Sì, tu muti da sini, sepunto berapa kita. Berlawan oleh kita bisa sekarang. I run from none. Sì, tu muti da sini, sepunto berapa kita. Berlawan oleh kita bisa sekarang. I run from none. Sì, tu muti da sini, sepunto berapa kita. Berlawan oleh kita bisa sekarang. I run from none. Sì, tu muti da sini, sepunto berapa kita. Berlawan oleh kita bisa sekarang. I run from none. Saber tumudo na rin Subunto ka lang pakisa Perlawan na uli Di tapi samis ka na Saber tumudo na rin Subunto ka lang pakisa Perlawan na uli Di tapi samis ka na Saber tumudo na rin Subunto ka lang pakisa Perlawan na uli Di tapi samis ka na
video, we will explain the format of PG Esports Zero to Hero League for Quarter 3, Year 2022. The league will consist of 3 stages. The first stage is the Southeast Asia Showdown. The showdown will happen from July 29 to August 6. It consists a total of 6 rounds, played out in both TPP and FPP, isolated and blackout battlefields. 25 teams will compete in each showdown to win a share of the daily prize pool worth 8,000 CP. And the top 6 teams of each day earn the rights to qualify for the qualifier rounds of the Zero to Hero Southeast Asia Minors. The second stage of the league is the Zero to Hero Southeast Asia Minors. The Minors will happen from August 8th to August 13th, played out in both TPP and FPP, isolated and blackout battlefields. This tournament will be conducted in a double elimination format. 48 teams will fight through the following stages: Qualifiers Bracket A and B, Lower Bracket A, Lower Bracket Finals, Upper Bracket Finals, and the Grand Finals. 24 teams will compete in the finals for the prize pool of $400 and the top 3 winning teams will qualify directly to the semi-finals of the third stage, which is the Zero to Hero Southeast Asia Majors. Who will hold it out in the Zero to Hero Southeast Asia League and be crowned the hero? Let's find out.
Is going to be their last chance to make it all the way to the coveted spot in the grand final. So, Oriyu, what are your initial thoughts on our lineup right now?
Well, basically, it's gonna be a hybrid, right? We have 12 teams from the upper brackets who basically failed to win it out. They are now here in the lower finals. And of course, those who are just trying then battling out till the end, those top 12 from the lower brackets are also in here. So this 24 teams is basically hybrid, like a mix up of beautiful yet amazing skill set teams. So far, whoever takes in the top 12 here will of course move on to the finals in this Zero to Hero season 3. So it's basically gonna be a very exciting match and very, should I say, extravagant. More of a lot of things that is going to happen here because I am not sure. Like there are a lot of promising teams here, and there are others who are basically, should I say, an underdogs team that could have some sort of comeback here, Redman.
I do agree with you here. There's a diverse skill set of players
Yeah.
here. Different strategies, different drop points, different different backstories and all of that stuff. And yeah, it is so good that me and Ori decided to dress up for the occasion because hey, we're expecting a feast right here. Might as well dress for the occasion. So now
Yeah.
anytime soon we're gonna meet our players, but from the get go, I see some really good names here. So I see
Mm-hmm.
SIGRA is on here. Let's add here Most Wanted, VITAS, VVV
Mm-hmm.
Esports as well. 13 Esports, it's named a few like Empire, NICAEA Esports as well. So initially, that's a first glance, are you? So what are you expecting here?
Like, I don't know. Like, basically, gonna be a very, should I say, uh, very, should I say, head-to-head battle. Because I know these 24 teams, they will try their very best, okay? There are no such thing as, okay, I'm gonna keep this trap card. No. If they have that sort of trap card that they've been hidden all throughout these minors, they have to show it now because this is their last chance. Whoever takes in the top 12, they will move into the finals. If they will basically not show it, it's useless. You're out of the game. There's no lower brackets now. This is your final moment. And I think they will show their truest. They will show like it's perfection. So I'm going to see some sort of a lot of plays that's gonna be very high level for others. And of course, for other teams, maybe some sort of interesting yet mind-boggling plays. Hopefully, because we already witnessed some of those plays like air support tactics, a lot of aggressive. Others are playing passive. It's very diverse teams here, so I'm really excited to see in these lower finals, Redman.
I do agree with you. There are a lot of things are gonna go down
Yeah.
on, but let's formally meet our contestants right now.
Mhm.
And as we look at who will be competing here. So first of all, we got Empire NICAEA Esports Falcons. Next up is all the way from Thailand, Four Sinners. Next up, NRX Nehemiah 6-9 from Indonesia, Reborn Team. 13 Esports coming up next, BOSSPH Vikings Esports Visage. SIGRA Poseidon, Auxiliarus Esports, Potato Aim Esports, SIGRA Esports Artemis, KINGPINS Esports PYRO, and AOB Esports Python.
And for the uh wait, where are we? Wait, where are we? There are a lot
13,
of
13.
we're already
Four
13,
King
right? Oh,
Aces.
okay. There are a lot of teams there. I'm now confused. But yes, there we go. It's basically now we're gonna go into the 13th team, which is 4 Kings Aces, Triple V Conquerors, 13 Esports Magnus, Cerulean Esports Dynasty, AXP Esports Pulang Araw, SHOOTERDIES PH Empire, TNC Esports Blackfyre, SHOOTERDIES PH Vicious, U Channel Golden Goat, and of course, Black Ops 151, Most Wanted Vitas, and last but not the least, Hunger Games District 11 Kratos. So, a lot of promising and colorful teams here, yet only 12 would remain on the top to go into the upper finals. So, I'm really excited to see this, Redman. And I don't know about you, but each and every team has a potential on taking in the top 12. So, I am really excited to see this.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 24. Speaking of 24, we have our prize pool right here. $400 is on the line for the
Oh.
champion. They got 150. Second place, you got 100. Third place, you got 5,000 CP. Fourth place, you got 3,000 CP. Fifth place, you got 3,000 CP. The finals MVP, this guy, the best of the best, will get 4,000 CP all for his own. So there's there's a lot of stake right here. Glory, pride, and not to mention a decent amount of cash. And I guess a good 10 seasons worth of battle passes. Imagine that. Or maybe a full draw. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, and
Yeah.
that's a lot of stake. So you gotta bring your A game. And Oriyu, we've seen the lineup now. Is there a name that sticks out for you?
Well, I have two teams that really stick out to me because I actually tried casting them in the playoffs with Bravo 6. And that was Potato Aim. Now that's one number one. And the other one is 13 Esports. Those two teams, I already see them pop off. Unfortunately, they are basically not in a very high level to the point that they will take in the win. I see them having some potential fights, right? They are going in aggressive, taking in some fights. But unfortunately, well, they are now here in the lower finals, right? But hopefully, this could be a chance for them to showcase that they are still in the battle, that they're still worthy on becoming the champions here in the Zero to Hero Minor Season 3. These are the teams that you should really watch out for, especially, that's in my opinion, right? Because I basically casted them. But for others, I think you do have some teams as well, Redman.
I do. Actually, one of them is our very first spot in the mix is actually Empire NICAEA Esports Falcons. Mainly
Mm.
because I'm basing off this from the statistics alone. Because in their last match here in Zero to Hero, they had 46 in placements,
Mhm.
58 in kills, and a total of
Ooh.
104 in total points. So it is they're really strong in as aggressive people because of the 58 kills. That's really a good feat. So now I want to see how this team, how hungry they are to get a spot in the grand finals, and in what fashion will they do this. So, and also not to mention a little bit special shout out to Four Sinners. They really did well in their last game. 31 in placement points, 51 in kills, a total of 82 points. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So now quite soon we're gonna head in here, and also not to mention we have some teams who are unique in their approaches. So we have aggressive teams, we have our
Mm.
passive teams, and we have our jackal team. So our jackal teams here is Black Ops 151. They love the jackal so much, and they actually nabbed pretty decent kills back in the bracket East. And not to mention another team who really loves using this is what I believe is Reborn team all the way from Indonesia. So, Oriyu, now we're gonna head into our first match in Isolated. What are your initial thoughts?
Well, basically, again, a diverse team. There are players who are going aggressive, players who are playing passive, players who do love to play in with a jackal. There are also teams who are basically new. There are teams who are basically experienced. There are survivor teams as well, like CLN Dynasty and Most Wanted Vitas. These teams are been playing the Battle Royale scene for so long. And for others, it's basically, should I say, an underdog teams that could have a potential comeback, like TNC BLACKFYRE, SDPH, Vicious, Empire, NICAEA, Falcons, a lot of potential teams, right? And of course, well, from other international teams as well, right? We should not left them behind because believe me, Four Sinners, Reborn team, U Channel, they have something in their sleeves as well because they're from a different country. They have a different kind of some sort of strategy as well. Maybe we're gonna be shocked on what we're gonna see with their plays here. But so far, this is gonna be the very first game of this lower finals. And by the looks of the pathway here of the VTOL, what are your thoughts? Is it upper, more likely in the upper part of the map, right?
So it's a little biased towards the north side. So we go north to south from dormitory all the way to pier, and I don't think this will face too much teams because there are teams here who actually have favorite drop spots. So for example, we have NICAEA who was really biased towards Overgrown, and I believe they're landing right now. Yes, they're landing right there right now. And Hunger Games District 11, we've seen them in the past going for some choppers, and yeah, we're gonna expect our Jackal team to go for the Jackal, but too early to say. But okay, speaking of which, Reborn team, actually one of them went to the Jackal all the way from Virgin Whiteland and Harbor. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting thing. But let's head into the action. Empire, NICAEA, Esports, Falcons are going head to head with one squad here. So Oriyu, take it away.
So far, that's gonna be them taking in some loot right now, but they have to be so, basically have to be very attentive because they know that there are players there who are near to them that they could have an engagement right now. So far, we could see in the kill feed, there have been some fights here with NRX 69, and well, they are now trying their best to take in some win right now. Like, I know these teams, they will try their very, very best to be part of the finals because this is their only last chance. And as you could see, NRX NEHEMIAH is just popping off, taking out SIGRA players here. But for the side of, should I say, Empire NICAEA, they're just getting some loot, right? They are still preparing what is gonna yet to come for them here. But so far, I think we're gonna not have some sort of engagement here because the opposing team here is basically gonna back out there and they will try to take in the car here to, of course, change in the position. I think they want to play safe. They want to play safe, and when the time is right that they are ready with enough stack and enough loot, maybe they will try and take in some shots right there, Redman.
So this is not you know, a usual choice here for our NICAEA Esports because they really love Overgrown for the past all of the games actually in Isolated. They landed consistently in this spot, so safe to say that they know this they know this place inside out. So now that we're gonna head into our Delta squad, it's be a Reborn team, and they're gonna go gather some loot as well here. So now our Reborn team, they have one of their guys going for the Jackal, so we're gonna expect this guy to okay, so Jackal players, one of the things I've observed is they don't have much loot. So once the Jackal goes down, they're really it's just a GG for them. So their only weapon, their lifeline, literally depends on the jet they pick up. So they have to really bank on it. They have to synchronize their movements to make the Jackal shots count. Not to mention the fact that you're playing with 3 people on the ground and 1 person up in the sky, so you will have a disadvantage when it comes to these nasty CQC fights or long range fights. And yeah, so having the air support, good plus, but it does come with its risks. CQCs, it might not pan out to your favor, as you see here, banned just you know, flying around in the Jackal. That well, obviously our pilot right here, but I think I see another Jackal here, and this for the Victory Squad. Black was 1-by-1 actually secured one of their own, so we're gonna see a dogfight, maybe not. Let's see.
Yeah, but well, you really have to be careful now because they have air support ready to go. So if they ever need some sort of backup, they could basically have an air support. But so far, here we go. Fan Mulan with the shots here, really well played. Now he's gonna use in the basically a skill here to go in and close in the gap here. So far, this is gonna be a very risky fight for Fan Mulan, but takes in the opportunity here. He's gonna go around a world and try and take in some shots. He's not even scared. This is gonna be them trying to take in some shots right now. And there we go. Fan Mulan takes down AOB Shia. What a play for him. And so far, there's gonna be a third party here, and they are trying their best to take in some shots right now. But so far, this is 4SN, or should I say Fan Mulan and his team popping off right there, Redman, and I think they want to make sure that they will have that secure spot in this lower finals.
AOB and Four Sinners going head to head, bumping heads with each other right now, and looks like Pablo is gonna go for go for a retreat. They're pulling back because I don't think they're confident with their loot they got. So
Yeah.
since they're both teams that who are fighting for one loot in a specific ground, so it makes sense that one team will back out, and in this so happens that AOB is the one who backed out. Now there's a vehicle right here. Looks like Four Sinners have tracked down Pablo. And we have someone here from Kuhn, from our Mike squad. But anyway, so just backing out a little bit. And the guy from Mike squad is from Four Kings Aces. Now, another top contender in our, in our lower finals. But hey, was slow and steady for them. Pulling back, again, trying to get some loot. And now we're going to go to Kilo squad. Kilo squad is going to be KINGPINS Esports. Take it away.
Yeah, for KINGPINS Esports, well, they are basically in a very, should I say, passive yet chill moment for them, no? But well, of course, not all the time that's gonna be a very chill moment for them. Maybe suddenly there's gonna be an aggressive yet a surprise attack from an opposing team, so they have to get ready. And of course, they will try their very, very best to get the possible loot that they can find in every building. And I think that's what they're doing right now. Unfortunately, I might say this is gonna be very risky because they're basically far away from each other. Yes, it's good to basically separate so that you have enough time to gain some control and take in some loots from a very large area. But, well, if there's gonna be a team for a single teammate that you've been encountered, that's gonna be a 1v4. And especially you guys are very far away from each other, so it's gonna be very hard for them. But I don't think it's gonna be them finding some sort of place there because I think they're safe. No opposing teams near them. And here we go. We have the team from Falcon, or should I say from letter F, which is BOSSPH Vikings Esports. And they are just trying to go into the site right now. They're gonna try and go into circles. They have the loot. They have the M21 EBR ever ready, and they will take in the high ground. But I think there's gonna be a fight right now here. Redman, so far Gab will take down King. So far, this is gonna be an engagement that they will try their best to hold it on, and Gab will take him out of the location with the M4. Go Yingzi, just gonna try and take in some shots. He is just on fire right now, being aggressive. They are not scared. This is what I would love to see. They are now trying to go in an aggressive play. They will make sure that they have points to take in some kills, because I promise you, they will basically take in the W, because if they lose this, it's game over for them. They will try and their best to take in the top 12 in this lower finals.
Now, I have another problem on board because just now, BOSSPH arrived to their location, and now they're gonna go for the long range fights now. Then we have here McCutie. He has the AK-47. He's trying to go for the long range kills, but
no.
I don't think he will try to tap on it and use the distance to their advantage by going back a little bit. But Yingzi, I think he's gonna go for it. He's gonna go lead the charge, go for the flank against our BOSSPH Vikings, and oh, lo and behold, he was able to get to one guy on N21 EBR, and as they're approaching, closing the gap between BOSSPH and 13 Esports, it might not end well for somebody here, and they're gonna find out who's gonna end it. And shots being fired by Yingzi with the AK-47. He's gonna go for it. BV Gaines was knocked out with the AK-47 as well. Now they're gonna go for more kills. They're hungry as ever. Snake is getting out on the hands of McCutie, and we have another problem in our midst, folks, because Auxiliarus Esports has arrived to the scene, but they're a little bit far away. Shots being fired with McCutie here as somebody tries to get away. Yingzi gets him out with the AK-47, and oh man,
no.
more people are coming into the party. They want to go in. They want to have some fun as well. Yingzi will go for the revive and go for loot, but they were able to get a breath of fresh air because Auxiliarus Esports left them alone, as well as our guys from BOSSPH Vikings. So they will have this security for now. But let's go into our next guys. Bravo, Four Sinners.
Bravo, Four Sinners. They have now taken the fight here against Most Wanted Vitas. Here we go. Mulan will take down Kuzma. But there we go. Kuzma will take the kill. And that's gonna be a really good job here from the Most Wanted Vitas. That's what I would love to see from the team who have basically been competing from the Survivor. They have the experience. They have the gunfights that they needed to do. They are now ever confident. So I'm really excited to see Most Wanted Vitas taking in some shots right now, and hopefully gonna try their best to be on the top 12 here. But so we're now checking in here, which is for Four Sinners. Lurid in a very far position if you think about it, because yes, the teammates of his dog tags is there in an island in the Sakura, and I think he will try his best to go in and take those dog tags, but he has to be cautious, because if he's dead, well, it's game over for them. He has to safely get those dog tags and go and basically be safe and go away from that area, because it's very dangerous for Lurid, especially for most wanted Vitas, who's basically on the standby. But before that, we're gonna check in from the team here from AXP Esports here. But oh, Fritz from the high ground will take the shots there. And you know, AK-47, old reliable rifle in this Battle Royale. I will never see an AK-47 being not used in this game, because it's still a most reliable rifle if you think about it, Redman, since Season 1.
I do agree with you there, because just that rifle aged like fine wine, and fine wine indeed, because another gun's going to school everybody with a Jack 12. It's a common thing for everybody to have at least an AK-47 or a Jack 12 in their team, because of how powerful it is. Because a Jack 12, it can literally trump out what the Mac 10 does for MP, what it does for BR, extreme. If you have strong opinions on automatic shotguns, okay, I'll leave it to it. But if it works, don't fix it. And ooh, man, this is gonna be rough, because look at this XP Esports going head-to-head with somebody here, and ooh, knocked him down as his sedan unfortunately went to the river and down the ditch. That's a bad way to go indeed. And now they go for the loot a little bit, and you're gonna secure the high ground. So the high ground in this case, it's not that much of a height, but I think they're gonna be settled in. Let's go into our guys in TNC Esports BLACKFYRE. Looks like they're gonna be fine for now, but a little bit heads up on here, because they're a little bit more of a, they're not passive, they're not aggressive, they're more in between. So they're one of these teams who balances both of the aspects, who doesn't overstretch their boundaries, who kills when necessary. So yeah, I think they're gonna be fine right now. They're gonna go move in with the sedan, but let's go into the action right now. Talking esports, Magnus is going shots are free fire right now, and it's mayhem. No man's land right now, smokes everywhere. It looks like it's gonna be a dive down, and ooh, Cutie will be the last guy to clutch us up for his guys right now, because 3 men down, not an easy look for him. He's gonna go for the armor replace, and he had to get out of that situation. How bad that situation was, it's nerve-wracking, and now it's gonna be a difficult 4v1 situation against Maki Cutie from 13 Esports. And now, oh man, doing all of this alone, trying to evade bullets whizzing through your head. That's gonna be a nerve wrack right now, but it seems that U-Town Golden Gold lost contact with him. And ooh, I said it too soon. It looks like they found him in time. Texas with the Grand Slam takes him out with a Jack 12. And man, they have another problem with here, because across the river they got SIGRA Esports, ARTEMIS shots are being fired from everywhere. Texas going big or going home. He's taking some serious damage on them. He's gonna go to the smoke for now and reloads. But there's enough for them to be scared. SIGRA Esports has to do something about the shots are being fired, and not to mention the new kids in town, BOSSPH Vikings on their trail as of now.
Yeah, but that was a really well played there from you, Channel Golden Goat, right? From the country of Thailand. Wow. That's what I would love to see, man. It's not about Philippines, man. Come on. Parang bias. We're like, I'm biased right now that I am not from the Philippines, even though I'm from the Philippines, right? But, well, I would love to see some international teams competing in here, right? They are showcasing that they are also in the battle, that they could fight it off here with lots of teams here from the Philippines. So far, really well played from you, Channel. But we are now checking in from TNC BLACKFYRE, and you were right. Again, this team, very passive, could be aggressive as well. They're basically in the middle ground. Very versatile, but that's the problem of being versatile. If you're being versatile, you're not great at something. You're never great at something. That's the really something that I'm really sad about for TNC BLACKFYRE. But I do hope they have some sort of comeback. That versatility could make them consistent, that hopefully that they could be part of the top 12, right? Because consistency and versatility is also important if you did it correctly. But if you're basically consistent but not having some sort of great plays, you will basically not move up, right?
I do agree with that. There now, let's go into our Hunger Games Teeth 11 Kratos. So I've seen these guys play, and yeah, they're really a team to watch out for. But lately they're a little slow. You know, they're really strong on the kill side. It's just that just their luck turns out that they don't really get much on their placement. But this is their last chance to do so, and yeah, they show really good promise. It's just that they need to, turn it up. You have to turn up a notch. Let's go back to Cutie right now. He's back in the game, AK-47. Next up, D. Jones, 500 with AK-47 underwater, frogman style. Man, this guy, braver than the Marines indeed, is gonna go. They're out in the open. He's just hang loose, but Drake got the best of him. Jack 12 at hand. That was gonna be too late for him. Brave play by him from the underwater, but as he rose up, he got met with the barrel in his face, Jack 12, and well, the shotgun shells just kept coming and coming. He can't do much about it. Now let's go back to Texas right here. Texas with his team, U-Channel Golden Goat, might possibly get into another mix-up with our guys from Quebec Squad. Quebec Squad is gonna be AXP Esports, Pulang, ARAW. Oh man, I see another team. AUXILIARUS Esports. It's gonna be a 3-way fight. And look at this map. It's interesting to see because you have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squads in this whole location. Texas comes down. Cronin will try to recuperate himself as well. So with the guns at hand, he's gonna go fight for the revive against Ebola. And as the mess outside gets bigger and bigger, Hotel Squad will now have another problem, which will be U-Channel Golden Goat from across the house. And yeah, they have to watch their flank as well because XP Esports can loom over them quite soon. And now it's gonna be no man's land. There's really no man's land right now. Nobody, only the strongest can survive here. The question is, who will be that team?
Yeah, for me, it will be a team who has better position, better weapons, and of course, better timing. So far, AUXILIARUS are having a hard time because they're in a very bad spot. And here we go, Dexu's been eliminated there. He's been knocked down, and Shao will try his best to go around here, but he's being taking shots right now. He has to be very careful because he has to save his team, but at the same time be safe enough for him not to die. But he's gonna be found here by the players here from U-Channel Golden Goat. Crony trying his best to take in some shots here with the AK-47, but then he still survives here. Shao still lives on, and he's trying his best to take in some, should I say, oh well, unfortunately there's gonna be dog tags now, so he's gonna be all alone for the side of AXL. So he has to play safe now for a 4-man team here, and I think he will just back out there. A good retreat for him, because, well, it's gonna be hard for him to clutch it up against a 4-man team. So he will play safely here and hopefully play for the placements. But I think there's gonna be a fight here against AOB here against NRX. Oh my god. They have the advantage, but the zone is literally saying, okay, it's time to move. You have to move in. And NRX is just waiting for them here. NRX NEHEMIAH just waiting out an opportunity. But AOB with a good usage of utilities, the usage of the smokes to close in the gap. But there is a third party as well. They are now gonna be confused on who to focus. But I think they will try and focus here from the side of NRX. But there we go. Nell will be taken out of the equation, and this is a battle royale. A lot of teams trying their best to take in some shots. AOB on the right, HGE on the left, NRX in the middle. They are just trying their best to stay alive, and the zone is closing in. There's so much fights right now. What is and Wezzy just taking in some shots, but here we go. He's been out because of the zone. What is going on? A lot of action pack is going on here, Redman.
Oh man, AOB Esports got eliminated single-handedly by our Charlie squad and next NEHEMIAH 6-9, but they have more problems to go because look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squads all in this vicinity right now. It's gonna be pure pandemonium. Look how small the circle is. That's ridiculous. And as we're gonna go into our next guys, it's gonna be SIGRA, POSEIDON. They have the high gun, and okay, we're gonna go head into our Hunger Games T11 and SIGRA Wagner right now, and there's gonna be a little bit slow, but they have the War Machine. They don't know the whole squad is behind this rock, and he's in trouble right now. He can't really do much. Also, he's firing really intensely, and Crowley with a War Machine taking out G2U, my friend. And now it looks like they're gonna be alphas right now. Secret Poseidon taking that alpha energy, using it to their advantage, and with 7 squads remaining, 14 souls on board still on the island. And man, it's really getting ugly right now, and we are in the end game, folks. It's just the first match. Imagine the next 5. But hey, let's go in. Secret Wagner and Onab trying to evade so much shots with his snowboarding around right now. And okay, I don't like this situation at all. If you're playing solo, it's nerve-wracking to see, and not to mention the zone shrinking and shrinking further, forcing all of you to converge in this one area. And this area, by the way, is biased towards the one with the height advantage. The height advantage being with our guys from Hunger Games and Secret Esports Artemis. It's not gonna be a pretty look for the guys on the bottom as well. NRX and NEHEMIAH in trouble, really grave trouble. Kazumi tries to get a shot on Dre, and Dre in trouble. Oh, with a got run for Kazumi. Watch out! He just got run over with a sedan, and with a good use with a sedan, by the way. It's SIGRA, and our next NEHEMIAH. It's a five-way fight right now, and everybody out for themselves. Carnage everywhere. Body jumping on the floor like flies. And oh man, bring out the bygone. They're all coming down.
So far, only 2 teams remaining. NRX NEHEMIAH versus SIGRA ARTEMIS. This is basically 4 players remaining, so it's gonna be Flex all alone here against 3 players here from SIGRA, and they have the height advantage. Here we go! Kazumi from above with the Jack 12 to finish it off, and SIGRA ARTEMIS will take the first round in this match. Congratulations, SIGRA, for they will be the one taking in the first game of the lower finals there, Redman. OMG, what I've just witnessed. A lot of actions. We were right. It's gonna be a diverse. A lot of cars, a lot of snowboards, aggressive, passive plays. I am confused on what's going on. This is just an action-packed game. But, well, the one who stands in the top is none other than SIGRA ARTEMIS, so congratulations to them.
SIGRA ARTEMIS, what a strong performance by them.
Yeah.
Excellent use of utility, excellent use of the high ground, everything just check. Good performance overall. And yeah, I want to see their kills, because it's really strong performance. They're kind of more of a passive aggressive one, because in this case they decided to go to aggressive one. Good call by them. And I think it kind of hurts that they had to have Secret Poseidon on the other hand of the barrel right there, because yeah, we may be from the same org, but hey, I want that crown more than you. Let's go for it and let's shake on it. Now let's see on how they ended this bout. Now this is very interesting, ladies and gentlemen, because look at this. 3, 2, 1, 1. Quite unusual for our first placers, and it just comes to show what SIGRA ARTEMIS is all about. They're about the passive play. Look how low the kills are, but they were able to get the victory royale. So, Oriyu, what are your thoughts on how SIGRA ARTEMIS approached this game?
I think for me, SIGRA did a really amazing job. Yes, they had the advantage, but I think they are very witty. In what way? They used the sedan that you're trying to tell me. They're just going around the circle. Instead of people trying their best to take in some shots with the 1v1, they just bump them. They're saying, okay, move out of the way, we're trying to take you down with the sedan. And the moment they're low, they go out and said, okay, take them down, swipe it all off, we take the W, and they take the win. They basically had an amazing, some sort of plan, which is really weird. Imagine Redman being going in a car and said, okay, it's time to drive. Well, it's like Fast and Furious over there, going action-packed game there. So, but then it works. If it works, then congrats. SIGRA did an amazing job there. But for NEHEMIAH, they were so passive. I noticed NEHEMIAH was so passive that it didn't work out, to the point that they lost 3 members and only 1 player remained, and of course them having the second place. But of course, SIGRA, congratulations. But for the other teams who haven't taken the top 3, it's still not yet over for them. They still have a chance in game number 2, Redman.
So now we're gonna go transition to our next game. We'll be on a little bit of short break to recuperate everybody. It's gonna be Paramount Gaming Zero to Hero Minors Season 3. We're gonna go ahead into our next match, a Blackout first person perspective, and we'll be right back in a jiffy. See ya, guys.
You come from light, now you see me rise.
Save tumulo na rin eh. Nabunto ka na pakita. Lawan na uli. Dito pisa. Miss ka na dito.
You come from light. Now you see me rise.
Save tumulo na rin eh. Nabunto ka na pakita. Lawan na uli. Dito pisa. Miss ka na dito.
You come from light. Now you see me rise.
Save tumulo na rin eh. Nabunto ka na pakita. Lawan na uli. Dito pisa. Miss ka na dito.
You come from light. Now you see me rise.
Save tumulo na rin eh. Nabunto ka na pakita.
And we are now back, ladies and gentlemen, to the lower finals of this Season Minors 2022. Now we are now checking in the leaderboards, and so far, even though SIGRA Artemis takes in the first place, it's not them being in the first of the leaderboards. It's gonna be NRX NEHEMIAH 6-9 because they have lots of kills. They have 14 kill points. With, of course, since they have the 13 placement points, they are on the total points of 27. And I'm shocked because I was expecting SIGRA Artemis or SIGRA Poseidon, right? But it's Hunger Games. Hunger Games D11 Kratos to be rank 2. Redman, this is surprising to see. This is basically a table's turn if you think about it. Like, okay, surprise. Then I'm like, what?
Now the tables have turned right indeed because of the Secret Artemis only getting the third place here. It's kind of the price to pay of prioritizing placement and over kills
Yeah.
because Nehemiah with 14 kills, that's really insane. And not to mention Hunger Games D11 with 14, yeah, incredible feat right there. So Secret Poseidon on the fourth spot with 21 points, AXP Esports Pulang Araw with 19 points, you channel Golden Gold with 15 points, 13 Esports Magnus with 13 points, KINGPINS Esports PYRO with 9 points, AOB Esports Python with 7 points, 4 Sinners with 6 points, AUXILIARUS Esports with 6 points, TNC Esports BLACKFYRE with 4 points, Most Wanted VITAS with 4 points, CERULEAN Esports Dynasty with 3 points, Black Ops 1x1 with 3 points, Reborn Team 2 points as well, and BOSSPH, Potato Aim Esports, Shooterdies, PH Empire with 2 points, Empire NICAEA 13 Esports, 14 Aces, VVV Conquerors, and Shooter Dice PH Vicious with 0 for now. So now we've seen the leaderboards. NRX Nehemiah, they're really strong on the kill side because look at that. They were able to trump the
Yeah.
first place or SIGRA Artemis. So going into Blackout, which is a different field than Isolated, what
Mhm.
could happen here, Oriyu?
So we will basically expect nothing less. Maybe there's some sort of surprise placements as well, right? So even though Sigra Artemis takes in the first place, it's not always the case that they will take in the first leaderboards because kills do matter. Kills do take in some points. There are teams who are just so aggressive, which is of course none other than NRX Nehemiah. Yes, they take in the second, really unfortunate, but they were the ones popping off in terms of kills. So I think because of that leaderboards, I think the teams will have some sort of different mechanics now. Instead of playing passively, maybe we're gonna see some sort of more action and aggressive plays now. They will try to go in and hopefully take in some players and take in some teams the moment they jump down that battle royale map, which is Blackout. And Blackout, a huge map, a lot of buildings, a lot of loot as well. But since it's a lot of basically a very wide area of a map, I think they have to prioritize as well as transportation. Because, of course, the zone is painful. We just witnessed how dangerous the zone was in game number 1. There was a player who actually been taken out of the zone. So they have to play one step ahead of the zone. At the same time, play safely to the point that they could take in the shots and engagements from other opposing teams.
I do agree with you there because prioritizing your rotation like vehicles and all of that stuff is important because the terrain is unforgiving. You can't get away with using your feet to go to places because you'll get drowned out by the difficult terrain to dredge. Not to mention more people going at you, and the other variable people are a little bit tend to forget the circle. That circle will hit you, and once it's there, is you either ride with the tide, use it like a surf around it, or get drowned in it. It's like a tide. It's like a huge tide that you have to um know how to deal with. Now, as we go into our next match here in Blackout, the prospects are high for NRX Nehemiah to deliver on their kill barrage, but this map favors the passive. I want to see
Yeah.
how the passiveness and aggressiveness and how everything in between will mix up to this. And let's see here if NRX will able to go for the 2-peat win.
Yeah, and not just passive plays. People who are basically good in using sniper rifles because this map is huge, right? So if they know how to use the M21 EBR, they might pop off. Because I notice during the isolated map, we don't see a lot of sniper kills, right?
Mhm.
We don't really see a lot of sniper kills. We always see weird kills like using a car to bomb the players, AK-47 kills, Jack 12 shotgun kills, but not snipers. Not so much of a EBR. So maybe in this map, maybe those players who are really good with those accurate sniper shots, maybe they could pop off right there. But oh, actually, they're already now in the. Oh, okay. I thought they're already on the map. Okay, I was shocked. Okay, they're already on the map. But then here we go. The flight path. Ooh, so equal. Basically half of the map. So there's basically a lot of opportunities, a lot of chances for the players to pick on whether the whether to choose on this place in this blackout. So far, we're gonna see a very evenly distributed teams on going on what to pick the places here in blackout, Redman.
So for teams like Nehemiah, I think they're more leaning towards the houseboat, but I think they're gonna go
Mhm.
for a different approach. But hey, let's go into very interestingly, let's go into our Potato Aim Esports. They're landing somebody with them. That's gonna be
Yes.
13 Esports. Now they're sharing a location, but sharing might not be their best suit because hey, you if somebody lands in your spot, you either die a hero or see yourself become the villain. But hey, we have to see they're a little bit playing default, getting some loot in, but at some point they're gonna collide with each other and things could get ugly because 13 esports, they're really known for how aggressive they are. They really love the kills. They really mechanically set. So this might pose a problem to our guys in Potato Aim, but they also have good. Yeah, they also go okay in the kills department. So it's gonna be head to head, aggressive versus aggressive players. Shots are being fired here by one of our potatoes here. So now let's see how the action unfolds.
Potato tomato, they are now on higher. They are now gonna go aggressive. And so far we are seeing a player here which is Chip here, who is now
Mm-hmm.
using the M4, trying his best to take in some players here from the
Oh,
13
okay.
esports outside opportunity, but he is so fast enough to go on top there, so he will not take the chance in taking down the player there. But there we go. It's gonna be other players here from Potato Esports trying to take in some shots right now. He finds an opportunity. He's just waiting out and see footsteps all around. He will try to reposition using the ninja operator skill. But of course, for Blue, he's being shot down right now and he will be knocked down. You have to be more careful. That's a kill with the M21 EBR. And we are seeing some shots there in sniper as well. This is the sniper area. And so far,
Oh.
Sinechi trying to take in some shots there with the Jack 12, but it's not enough. There we go. Wanted also as well taking in some shots here. Riora with the kill. Really well played. But so far, a lot of kills so far in the kill feed. And of course, 13 esports still survive here. Shao still alive and breathing. But that was Potato Gaming on fire there, Redman.
On fire indeed, and man, got to extinguish they might have to keep that fire burning because as more people go into their location, they might have more opportunities to actually more bloodshed. But it's not that's not a good look for Shao because he's all alone and more people are coming into the same location for the loot. So this he has to play it safely. Okay, no, he can't play it safe now because he's being bombarded with so much stuff. But now GG's. Potato Aim was actually thrown out of the game forcibly, and now they have to wait for a little while to get their comeback. And it might be their end for their runner in black up, but it's not enough. And now with the SMRS kill with against Sasuke from the vehicle. Wow, sheesh. That's gonna hurt a punch. And now I stand corrected, sorry. Potato's still alive. It's
Yeah.
actually 13 esports. My bad for the correction. Yeah. I'll publish an apology video later, but hey, the action is strong, or you take it away.
So far, other teams are now backing off, retreating to an action area. As you could see here, Draigo says, okay, that's enough. I will not take the chances. Kingpins Esports Pyro will just try and take in some sort of dog tags for his fallen teammates and hopefully play it out in the next zone. So they're gonna play safe for now. Cause yeah, they're in a man disadvantage. They lost 2 players. For Gab, he's gonna try his best to take in some loot before going into the zone. And this is what I'm telling you, Redman. Look at it. They have no vehicle. And they are
Ooh.
basically very far
Oh
from the
no.
zone, and the zone is now shrinking. That's what I'm telling you. Every time you go in blackout, your first priority should always be the transportation if you think about it. Because if not, well, the zone is gonna be the one taking you down, not the opposing team. So far, Potato will be the one next if they don't have some sort of transportation in hand to go into the next zone. But so far, I think they're Gucci. They're basically getting some loot because they did some good fights there against 13 esports. But so far, Potato frying up, becoming French fries. And yun, masarap. It's very French fries is delicious if you think about it, Redman. And I would love to eat a lot. But oh, hey, there's gonna be some kills
Mm-hmm.
here from AXL, Redman.
Ooh, okay. I see what's gonna happen here. It seems that our guys from Kilo Squad, correct me if I'm wrong, that's gonna be Kingpins Pyro. I apologize if I'm getting it wrong, but they're in pickle right now because they're just gonna they're surrounded by a squad, and by this squad covering all the angles, it's
Oh
difficult
no!
for everyone to move around. But ooh, the blackout was
No.
so hard. We actually transported to a new realm that is Kingpin's esports pyro. So yeah, it looks like they're gonna have a soon run in with the guy here with the vehicle, but I think just playing default, just going back and forth, going in, check the place out. But yeah, Kingpin's esports, their favorite their favorite landing spot here in Blackout is Turbine, but I think they switched it up a little bit. But hey, they ended their last run with 29 in placement points, 23 in kills, and a total of 52 points. They were able to qualify, get here, but they're vying for a chance for the grand finals as everybody here. So we have to wait and see if how they're gonna pan this out. Meanwhile, Potato will have a run in with another squad shot to be far with the M4 LMG. Potato Chip gets a knockdown with the VVV.
Ooh.
VVV is against Potatoes, who will come on top. It seems that Potato had the upper
Oh!
hand. Oh, the PPSAs just kept spamming all through a while. Blue is just going crazy, and he got knocked down here, but it's okay because he has his fellow Potato with him right now, and I think it's just gonna be. I think it was enough for VVV Conquerors to move out and take a stand. Yeah, it's gonna be Potato living another day. Another day.
Well, you're always saying potato. It makes me hungry. If I'm a minion right now, I'll be like, potato! Because they are just on fire right now. And believe it or not, I thought VVV will be the one conquering them. As their name suggests, VVV conquers. Unfortunately not. The potato still lives on. And they will now be the one taking in the W. Basically, that's the second team that they've been fighting off. A second squad wipe for Potato. So they are on fire right now. And so far, we're now checking in from the side of Empire, NICAEA, Esports, Falcons, Bear with the Jack 12, trying to check in the corner. Found a player here
Whoa!
from the CR. There we go. You will not hide there. Are you playing passive here, TNC? I don't think so. I will take in the kill there. Thank you very much. And that's going to be 1 point for the side of Empire, NICAEA.
Okay, and Parnikaya, I think they've tried to get out of that cold streak they went on earlier, but they're inside the circle, so they have to go in to the center to not take some unnecessary damage here. But I think it's a tactical choice to clean up the loot and rotate late and use the tide to their favor. Okay, looks like we have our
Oh, no.
Jackal squad, 4 Kings Aces using it with instinct on the pilot seat. He's trying here to bombard some poor squads here, but I think he's he's a little bit taking sustaining some damage right here. So
Yeah.
as I said earlier, pilots, they're taking a big risk by not sacrificing their chance to get decent loot, all for the Jackal. So it's Jackal or nothing for them. Now let's go in, and our NEHEMIAH are victors for our leaderboards for now, although they fell short on the placements. But hey, their kills, that's what their priority is. So I think what they're trying to do here is going around the map, looking for poor victims to engulf whole and add to their kill placement, because it's clear that they're the aggressive team to look out for. If they're out of the game, your chances of getting in placement points will increase, but it just depends on how they're gonna play this and if they run into some people. Okay, looks like they're gonna have their first run in right now. It's gonna be Kilo from
Oh.
Kingpins Esports. Gonna run over, making my way downtown, walking fast. A little too fast my friend. Ooh! Poor soul gets ran over by a 4x4 in the hands of NEHEMIAH.
That was a drive-by kill. They literally said, okay, that's a kill. Okay, bye-bye. And they literally just said, okay, that's gonna be a 1 point for us. So far, we're now checking in from 4 Sinners. Fan Mulan gonna try and take in some shots right now. He's using the Man O' War and survives. He takes in some kills right now. Really well played for Fan Mulan. Still alive and breathing. 3 kills for him as well. So, really well played for the sides of Thailand 4 Sinners, because they are trying their best to be on top right now. But NRX NEHEMIAH, they have joined the party. Fan Mulan hiding in the water. And there we go, Mwezi with the kill right now. But Fan Mulan will take down Enyao. And they are now scattering all around saying, where is Fan Mulan? He's actually under the water trying to take in some shots. And he takes down Enyao. So it's gonna be a 1v3 situation. They're still waiting out and see where the exact location of Fan Mulan is. And I like it. Fan Mulan is so basically being a ghost right now, being so tactical, hiding in the water, but he has to go on the zone pretty soon before he will be taking in the risk on damage under the water. So he's still waiting out for NRX to go out. But there we go. You were being killed, unfortunately, because Messi with the Arctic 50 will take him out on the water. Well played for NRX.
Ooh, NRX, they're still on fire right now, and they won't bow out anytime soon. They finally found their victims, and they're just like sucking the life out of their opponents, making them stronger than ever. No mercy at all. And okay, we see a run in here. NRX Nehemiah and Potato Aim Esports. It's gonna be an interesting bout because we've seen these both teams going head to head with a lot of people surviving these bouts, but only time can tell. Can Potato Chip live to see another day and make their French fries, or will NRX Nehemiah add more souls to their hit list? And as we see here, there's gonna be a little bit a little bit playing hooky a little bit because not much action going in, but they're beside each other. So
Mhm.
just a small crack in this void of silence could be the end for either of these teams. This is the question: is who has the advantage here?
Well, the one who has the very good position and timing will be the one to take in the advantage. So far, NRX Nehemiah with only 4 kills for the squad. Make it 5 because Mwezi will take down out of the blue Potato. And now, Wise, he's gonna go around here being so tactical, waiting for the right opportunity to flank around Potato. Is this gonna be Potato being the mashed potato, mashing down NRX, or Nehemiah taking the stand? There we go. Polo will take down Wise. And there, NRX is still standing their ground right now. So far, Flux with a kill here against Crony. So there's a third party as well from the side of NRX. So they're in a very tight spot right now. But so far they're still alive and breathing. But they still have enemies on top of them. They have to be careful right now. But they're just waiting out for the right opportunity in the right time for Potato. They're just waiting for them to go out there and take in the shots right now. So far, Chip will go in on top of the bridge to take in some different angle, to take in some players here from NRX. But for Polo, we'll put in the smoke to try and take into a different angle, of course, in using the M21 EBR to take in some shots. Can he take the player there? Founds one. But, well, that's a really good play from NRX to back out there with the boat to go in and reposition. But so far, there's going to be another play happening here. It's going to be from the side of SOPH here against HGE. So take it away there, Redman.
Oh, okay. This could be interesting here because they're in a tunnel right now, and as it seems that he's trying to anticipate our guys from above. That's gonna be Romeo Squad. Romeo Squad being Shooterdies PH Empire, and we have here Most Wanted VITAS just waiting for the opportunity to actually take up strikes, but it seems that they've decided to move away a little bit because they have the circle to worry about. So don't worry about the people around you. Just worry about the circle first. So once you've established where the circle is, once you identify where it's coming from, sure you can go rotate. But I think it's just the matter of fact that they're prioritizing the high ground to get an edge over everybody who's trying to rotate, or probably gatekeep people trying to go inside while they're rushing towards the storm. So it's gonna go ahead into our guys in the Papa Squad being CERULEAN Esports Dynasty, and they're gonna have a run-in with soon, not with just one, but 2 squads. Most Wanted VITAS on their flank, and in front of them, they have their immediate threat, Shooterdies PH Empire. So, shot to be fired, it's gonna be crazy. He's being shot through the boulder. It's Evo. He has to pan it out. He has to wait. Patience is the virtue. As the mess is happening beyond this boulder, this is his safe place right now. As he's just trying to sit out the storm, and looks like he's gonna make Most Wanted and Romeo Squad, Shooterdies PH battle it out. Meanwhile, we have Saxa here with the vehicle. And as we've seen earlier, vehicles are a good chance to make some good plays. So let's see here how they're gonna use that to their advantage, or maybe just go walk on foot because a lot of things are happening right now. The Jackal just that is scary. The Jackal just flew by, and mayhem will ensue sometime soon. And yeah, as the circle goes closer and closer, what could happen next, Oriyu?
I don't know. A lot of actions if you think about it, and a lot of teams gonna be taken out. But so far, Most Wanted, Vitas on fire with 15 kills. They are now trying their best to go back in the leaderboards here. But for NRX Nehemiah with 12 kills as well, they are still trying their best to hold down the top 1 of their spot in the leaderboards. So far, it's gonna be a lot of teams trying their best to take in the shots here against NRX. But there we go, Mr. Flex out the shot with the M21 EBR. You have to be careful now because this map is basically a playing field for the snipers. And so far, NRX Nehemiah just taking in some shots right now. They're trying to take in some players right now. I think they smell it. Oh no, I know you're here, CLN. And there we go. They are trying to take in some shots here. Kaido and Dre on a very tight situation. Not to mention, they have two players, teammates, they're going in a car, gonna have the late backup right now. But this is gonna be a fight between these teams. NRX versus CLN, or should I say Cerulean Esports. And so far, I have no idea what's going on right now because this is gonna be a match. And I think NRX wins a fight here? Wait, not yet. Oh, there we go. Messi takes the engagement, but he will back out. Says, okay, nope, just kidding. But okay, you're not going anywhere. Saksa will take him down. Really well played here from CLN. They are now winning it out. Mr. Flex, can he stay in and hopefully clutch it for the team here for the side of NRX? I don't think so. He will basically back out for a moment and reposition and put in some traps, hopefully to disengage. OMG! Cerulean Esports just taking down the thunder of NRX Nehemiah, Redman.
Looks like NRX strong as ever, and now they have the zone to worry about. Looks like Wais is staying right here. I think it is disconnected for a little bit, but let's go into our Mr. Flex with a sedan. He will see our 4K King Aces right now, but he will go for the bypass. He will go outside the zone for a little bit. Maneuver Fast and Furious style. He's rotating, and it's a little bit of a stretch. There's an ocean in between the both lands. Luckily, there's a bridge right here. Fast and run in. K1 KP's cutie go! Man, poor guy got run over by a sedan. Jabby with the M21 EBR will try to take the bird out of the sky to no avail for now, but looks like he sees people trying to rotate. He's in the ocean. If you just look down a little bit, he might see people. Cerulean Esports going frogman mode all the way. Okay, that scared me a little bit. But he's spanning it right out. If he just looked down a little bit, he will see little frogs trying to cross it, and they're vulnerable right now because the water will provide you not much protection, and the only place you can go is down or forward. With that 21 ABR, CL and Dre was knocked out, and Jabby not go for the revive play at the edge of the storm, and now looks like Kuzma will dive down along with his squad, going for the tags here in a frogman down below. They have the height advantage, so might as well use it, and don't poke the bear too much, because if you poke the bear too much on the cliffside, you might get stuck right there, and just leave the guys on the cliffside to their own thing. But to Cerulean Esports, they have to climb up soon because this is a bad spot to be in. They're being trapped right now. Dre was taking out the N1 and EBR. This is what I'm saying. The cliffside is really dangerous. They have to get out of the waters quite soon. And this is gonna be a bad look because Most Wanted wanted them to be blocked out, and they're doing this successfully. Look at this. Duo in trouble. He's under the water. Take it out. Is what I'm saying. The sniper skills are saying, yeah, this is coming through to light now. And Jabby and company, they have another problem at their mids because two squads are behind them, and it's gonna be messy quite soon because it's the last 4 squads remaining, 11 boots on the ground. It is messy.
It's gonna be messy indeed, but they have to go in because the zone says enough waiting around. Go in the middle, fight it off, and stay in the circle. So far, HG in the outside of the circle right now, but Wanted taking in some shots right now. But here we go. 4 Kings Aces are now trying their best to go in, take in some shots right now. But Wanted Kuzma in a very good position. He has the high ground. You've watched Star Wars. You know what happened to Anakin Skywalker because he didn't have the high ground. It's basically disastrous. And Kuzma has the EBR in hand as well, so he is basically in a very good spot for the side of Most Wanted, VITAS. But unfortunately, Jabby will be taken out of the equation because of 4K Instinct with the M4A1. And so far, he's gonna try and take in some shots right now. CLN Saksa will be taken out because of the zone. You have to go inside the zone because the zone will take you down. But so far, Kuzma will take the Instinct as well with the Mac 10. And this is gonna be a very tight situation now. 3 teams remaining, 6 members remaining in this circle. The zone shrinking. They are armoring up right now, and they are taking the players who are knocked down. Wanted on fire. They want to take in the W right now here, Redman. And so far, CLN Kaido finds an opportunity to take down O10. Can he win it out with a Jack 10? But unfortunately, no! Because Wanted VITAS will want that one spot there, which is the first place in game number 2. Redman, wow, was a lot of action-packed game there, but of course, good try from the teams there for the side of 4K, or should I say 4 King Aces, but most wanted Vitas. Well, you know them. The teams who have been in the survivors, they have the experience. They have now tried their best. I think they have 20 plus kills, if I'm not mistaken, Redman. This could jump them up to the leaderboards.
They're ending this in a total of, wait for the number, 24 kills. That's just insane. How strong they are, because they're a team known for, known for the kills, the aggressive. They're also aggressive team because they're really just strong in this department, and it's so nice to see using blackout, the difficult terrain, making it their own. They're dominating the terrain really nicely, and it really shows how they performed very well. So now, not to mention that the first place is projected that they will have also the highest kills among the lobby. 24% of the kills is attributed to them. That's how good they were in this match.
Yeah, and we have to give it up to O10 here, who has 11 kills. He basically had a lot of kills for the side of Most Wanted, but of course, Kuzma with 7, Jabi with 2, and of course, Miura with 5 kills. I think they are just trying to be, they just said, okay, we just warmed up in game number 1. Maybe in game number 2, we'll pop off, and they did. They literally go aggressive. That's what I want. That's the most wanted Vitas that I've seen. I was like shocked that they're not even on the, they're not taking some kills in the game number 1. I'm saying, what happened to most wanted Vitas? I know them, they're so aggressive. But now, they show me, oh, they are just a late boomer. They just take it out in game number 2. So congratulations to most wanted Vitas. But we will see later on in the leaderboards, because we might not be sure, right? Because maybe there's another team who actually goes up in the leaderboards, and there are others who just went down because they just focus on placement, not for kills, Redman.
So yeah, let's see in here, and if you're interested, and if you want to, put it up further, Garena Survivors, the sign-ups, last day is today. Don't miss it. 11:59 p.m. tonight. That's the deadline. If you want to have a shot at being the best of the best, Garena Survivors, it might be the gig for you. Speaking of which, this is Barmont Gaming Esports Zero to Hero Minor Season 3. I'm Redman, this is Oriyu. We'll be right back for a little bit. We're gonna go into Isolated for our next match. See ya.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Save itong mundo na rin eh. Subunto na lang pakita. Perlawan na ulit. Sino pisa? Miss ka na niya. Masih bertemu dengan Redman. Cuba untuk mendapatkan perlawanan oleh VITAS. Sambil sekarang ini
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
masih bertemu dengan Redman. Cuba untuk mendapatkan perlawanan oleh VITAS. Sambil sekarang ini
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Alright. Hello everybody, this is Paramount Gaming Esports 02 Hero Minors Season 3. I'm Redman. I have with me the legendary Oriyu. And just to recap, our first victor was SIGRA ARTEMIS. Second is now Most Wanted VITAS. And we're expecting a turnaround on our leaderboard. So Oriyu, walk us through. What do you think the leaderboard will look like?
Teams that from the top are now lowered. Teams who have a lot of kills just went up. And I expect Most Wanted Vitas to be on the top of the leaderboards. If I'm not wrong, if I'm wrong, then I would be shocked. I would be like, okay, that's enough. I quit being an analyst then, because in my opinion, I see lots of kills for Most Wanted, so I'm expecting them to be on top of the leaderboards right now because they take the #1 spot and they have so much kills. But I think here we go. We're gonna check in the leaderboards to see on who really is the top one, because it was NRX NEHEMIAH who was on the first spot. But now, I'm not sure who will it be. But I think my bet's on Most Wanted Vitas the Redman. How about you?
I do agree there because the strong performance of Most Wanted Vitas is very influential. They might be able to garner the first spot, but maybe a little too early too soon because NRX NEHEMIAH, although they're the victors from the previous match, they didn't exactly do well in the placements department.
Yeah.
So yeah, they will be in the top 12. Yeah, that's guaranteed. Top 6 maybe. But top 1, I'm projecting that will most likely be Most Wanted Vitas. But we won't know for sure because we have to see the leaderboards to have that in,
Yeah.
in solid foundation. Now, speaking of which, we're gonna go into our third match of the evening. We're gonna go back to Isolated. But we're going to go back to Isolated. Let's see the leaderboards. Take it away, leaderboards.
Yes. Hold. I'm right. Yes. I will still be an analyst so far. Most Wanted Vitas will take in the W. And OMG, look at that. Kill points. 29, Redman. And of course, since they take in the first runner-up, or should I say the first place, sorry, which is gonna be 15 points with a total of 44, and they are now on the lead. But NRX Nehemiah, so close enough, 43 points total as well, so only 1 point gap. So I thought it's gonna be a very big, or should I say, huge gap between the two, but no, it's basically them head to head right now. And of course, for Hunger Games, he has 38 points, U Channel Golden Goat with 28, SIGRA Poseidon 27, 4 Kings Aces 24, also as well to CERULEAN Esports Dynasty, for SIGRA Esports Artemis 23, AXP Esports Pulang ARAW 21, Kingpins Esports PYRO 16, Potato Esports 15, TNC Esports BLACKFYRE 14.
So we got 4 Synergies and 13 Esports Magnus tied at 13 points. Auxiliarus Esports with 8. AOB Esports Python with 7. Shooterdies PH Vicious with 6. With 7, my bad, sorry. Empire NICAEA Esports Falcons, BOSSPH Vikings Visage will have 6 points. Reborn Team, Shooterdies PH Empire will have, Reborn Team has 5, Shooterdies has 4. Black Ops 151 will have 4 points as well. 13 Esports and VVV Conquerors yet to score a point. Now let's talk about Most Wanted Vitas getting the first place and just surprisingly NRX Nehemiah with the second place. So now it's really interesting to see this because NRX Nehemiah really strong in the department of kills, and it seems that I think it's obvious here because Most Wanted Vitas and NRX Nehemiah will go neck to neck when it comes to eliminating as much people as they could in the lobby.
Yeah, and so far I said I'm an analyst, right? And I said I might be right if it's Most Wanted Vitas baking in the first spot here in the leaderboards, and I was right. But I was shocked because I thought NRX Nehemiah will have some sort of gap there, but no, it's basically them only in a 1 point lead. So far, it could be anyone's game. And in game number 3, we're gonna go back to isolated, and you know how aggressive isolated is. So there's gonna be a lot of aggression in the different teams as well, right? So far, for Most Wanted Vitas, they're in a good spot also as well for NRX Nehemiah. But for the teams who are near to the 12th point, to the 12th spot, and for those who are 13, 14, who are basically this close on being part of the top 12, they have to step up because only the top 12 in the lower finals will be back up here in the upper finals, Redman. So for the teams who are basically in the top 5, well, it's going to be an easy pie for them, Redman. But for those who are near the top 12, they have to be very careful for that, Redman.
So the guys from the who aren't in the top 12, they really have to decide which approach will they go for because the approach to their game it will be very crucial on how they will play the rest of the matches because they have less chances they had before. They only have 3 tries left because we're 4 tries rather. We have the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. They only have 4 chances to try to make the top 12. And now it's either they're gonna be aggressive or passive. But have to take note that we have 2 killer squads on the loose, and just nobody will stop them, only themselves. So
Yeah.
you have to consider that as well. That you have a lot of threats. You have 23 squads out for you. Now you have to play your cards correctly. Now this also starts with how you will land because where you land will be very impactful on where you're gonna go. So speaking of which, now NRX teams like aggressive teams like NRX Nehemiah don't really have solid drop spots. But it just happens that in Blackout they go with houseboat. But when it comes to isolated, they're really going for the floating islands, going for going in the moment at least. So, what are your thoughts? Are you on teams having a solid drop spot where they only go to the spot for the loot?
Well, there are basically two reasons that could happen. Number one, yes, they are very confident. They played it out always. Like you said, that's their favorite map. That's their favorite drop spot. They know where the loot are. They basically know it at the back of their hand and said, "Okay, I'm gonna check here in the corner. Gonna take in some sort of loot. Hopefully, it's gonna be a rifle, and then we'll take in some shots." Or number two, it's gonna be very bad for them. You know why? They've been doing it for so long in the minors. Maybe other teams just rewatched the minors and said, "Oh, this is their drop spot, guys. Maybe we should try and engage them and take down the number 1 team, which is NRX." And that could be very detrimental for NRX because, like I said, they might be expecting good loot, but they will actually expect so many teams who will take them down early on. Because if you're on the top 1 spot, or should I say in the top 2 with Most Wanted Vitas, people will basically try to put you down first. right? They will really take you down even though you don't have the loot. That's what I really expect from the teams who will try their best to be a part of the top 12.
So yeah, I do agree with you there that being predictable, have just going to one spot could be detrimental to you. But some teams can have a benefit right here because
Yeah.
teams like Auxiliarus Esports, they consistently go to downtown. There is definitely their spot. So I think they're confident enough that no one will contest them. But even if somebody contests them, they can handle this on their own because they are intimately familiar with the ins and outs, which weapons to expect, the ideal percentage of how this certain weapon spawns in. So yeah, it could be an advantage by knowing intimately the environment you want to land in. And we have guys like NRX and NEHEMIAH and other squads who are really aggressive who want to be really unpredictable. And having the unpredictability on your side and the pure randomness of your actions, or how it seems, at least seeming to at least look random, this really could be turn the tide. And we've seen here that they've done this successfully, and this could be expected in the next one because they're really strong and isolated. So yeah, the aggression will continue.
Yeah. And of course, you were right about that, right? What I'm trying to say is there could be disadvantages, but there are also advantages when you play that map always. Like you learn, like I said, they know on the back of their hand the advantages and disadvantages of that certain choke point of a certain location of that map. They said, okay, this could be a good spot for ninjas. This could be a good spot for putting the traps. Basically, they learn at this basically their hometown. That place is basically their playing field. So you were right about that, Redman. So there are times that they could just pop off if the players who will try their best to take them down. But there are also times that it could be really hard for them because the people will know your basically locations that you like to take the loot. So it's basically a 50-50, right? Because luck also puts in the play, right? Luck also puts in the play. Like it's like rock, paper, scissors, right? There is, of course, rock beats paper. Wait, sorry. Rock beats scissors. Oh my god, even I don't know rock, paper, scissors now. I'm sorry. Rock beats scissors, right? But not all the time. Maybe you could basically have a change of paper, which could basically win the rock, right? So it's more of a timing, and which is also luck. Luck also puts in that play right there. So it could be anyone's game. Like right now, we expect SIGRA to take in the win, but Most Wanted takes in the W in game number 2. So a lot of changes. So we're gonna see some sort of changes as well in game number 3. Or maybe a revenge story or comeback for SIGRA ARTEMIS. Maybe or NRX gonna go back up as well. I don't know, man, because there are a lot of promising teams, right? There are some air support tactics, there are some aggressions, there are some passive players, and there are some teams who have so much experience, and there are some teams who are just new and had so much tactical strategies like riding the car, bumping the players. I don't care if I don't know how to aim, I'm just gonna bump you down. They could do that. Because that's what I love about Battle Royale. It's more on tactics, more on strategy. And if you're creative enough and it works, well, congrats on you. You will take in the W. But then again, only the top 12, the best of the best here from lower finals will move up. And not all tactics work. And luck plays in the factor, like rock, paper, scissors. If you do the tactic correctly, you take the W. If you take it wrongly, I'm so sorry, GG's, goodbye.
Now, if luck is indeed in your side, don't forget that the last day of registration for Garena Survivors is tonight, 11:59 p.m. on the dot. That's the last day. Tonight is the last day you can actually register for that. So, who knows? You might run into guys like Most Wanted VITAS or
Yeah.
Cerulean Esports Dynasty. If you think you're up for the task to beat teams like this in this caliber, yeah, go ahead. It's all details on PG Esports Facebook page. Yeah, go check it out. And yeah, you might not want to miss that because
Mhm.
that's gonna be a lot of teams. Imagine like most of these teams are in a high caliber, but imagine taking a step further. That's Garena Survivors. It has the
Yeah.
name Garena in it.
Arena.
So just imagine that amount of talent. So not if you're upright, go for it. Sign up, and you can always watch it. No sweat in that. You can always watch it in Paramount Gaming Esports and Garena, obviously. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's gonna be an exciting match. So now let's talk about skills. skills being rewind, the most used one
Yeah.
here in Zero to Hero Minors Season 3. So, what makes rewind so effective here?
Of course, this basically a operator skill that is information gathering. Could also basically be repositioning, and also could be a, should I say, a bamboozled play, or should I say kind of a fake play. Those three could be happening there from rewind. That's why people who are just so aggressive with the Jack 12 could take in the kill, but if they see a squad going to try and take him down, he will play rewind, go back and reposition, safe place. Or number two, they don't know if there are enemies here. Okay, I'm gonna check in the building first. Goes in, there are traps everywhere. Press rewind, I'm back safely. Or number three, I'm gonna do some sort of fake play. Gonna try to run away. People will try to chase me. Gonna use the rewind. Gonna take you from behind. Take them the shots. You could be so creative with rewind. And so far, I am seeing some plays there for rewind. And most of the time I see it, it's basically info gathering. Basically info gathering. And of course repositioning. But in the games here, I think most of the time I always witness poltergeist, an operator
Mhm.
skill of poltergeist. A lot of poltergeist being used there. Like they are just slowly but surely gonna go in and close in the gap. And when the time is right, they use the Jack 12 and say, surprise! Takes in the W. We in the close quarter. You know how dangerous Jack 12 is in the head-to-head battle. Even though you have a rifle, you have the sniper rifle, but if he has the Jack 12 face to face to you, yeah, you're just gonna have to say your prayers.
But let's not forget to give love to our support players right there. Refitter,
Yeah.
really good to have it in your squad because having the heal at an instant, this really helps a lot. And not to mention medic
Yeah.
trap master, solidifying your perimeter. These are so often overlooked. And this interesting to see because that's how you counter guys like poltergeist or rewind. Even that's how you counter them with the trap master. If you put a perfectly placed trap, this could be the end of them, and they might be able to rewind in time and go back to to the real position. So the map we're seeing right now is quite interesting. So Oriyu, let's see your thoughts. What do you think of this?
Well, basically almost half the pathway. So people have a lot of opportunities as well to pick in the locations, except for New Vision City. I think it's a bit far for New Vision City, but they can, should I say, stretch it out? Maybe they can, but I highly doubt about it. So people will try their best to go in somewhere Pipeline, Sakura, either in those locations. And of course, for near to that flight line, which is the practice range, launch base, fidget wet line, so on and so forth. And this map, it's the most classic map, isolated. We're gonna see some action-packed games right now, and they're gonna go to their comfort zones right now. So far, NRX NEHEMIAH going to the floating island like you suggested, and they are gonna take in some kills right now. 4SN Mulan will not be safe. Where are you going? Come back here! And NRX will take in the kills once more. They will take what is theirs. They are basically wanting to be the top one in the leaderboards once again, Redman.
Oh man, MWZ. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Is going head to head with another squad, and looks like they will not bow out anytime soon. So let's go back to Empire NICAEA, and their opponent is gonna be what I believe is 13 Esports over in the other edge. And now it looks like Zed has the switchblade on board and the not to mention the snowboard. So it's gonna be an advantage for him because in this early game, fights in the early game tend to be nasty because if you're stuck with a bad weapon, you have to deal with it. So if you're stuck with a bad weapon, you really have to think twice of rushing, doing some rush plays. But if you're really confident in your weapons, go. Why not? Look at this. Polio is really confident in his M4 skills that he's able to get one out of the game right now, and looks like he's gonna reposition himself. VVV Conquest is all the way there. Chip on the high ground, and as well Polo shots are being fired right now. It's gonna be a two-way cam. Blank Polo going head to head right at it to earn each other's throats, and it's just timing, a play of timing because Blank is a little vulnerable right now, and it seems that he has to recuperate, think about what he's gonna do next, because on the other side of this tower is Potato. The potatoes of doom on the other side. Shot to be fired. Blank will back away for a little bit to get some air right now, but looks like he has a Mac 10. Shot to be fired. Oh! Blank! You have to move away. You have to see the moment. or there's no harm in always pulling back, because if the force in front of you is a little too much, no shame, go back away, because your life is more important than the situation that calls for. So let's see here the map. The map is really biased towards the upper left side, so it's gonna be interesting rotate for our teams right here. So Oriyu, let's see what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, so far they have to take in the advantage that the zone is on the upper left, but they have to make sure that they will take secure here from Triple V. Because SIGRA will take down Apollo, and he is trying his best to take in some shots right now. Conquerors will finally have a points to go back up in the leaderboards and hopefully be on the top 12. SIGRA will take down Polo, taking down Potato Tomato team, and so far Chip running away from his life. Come here, Potato Chip, I'm gonna take your last chip in here. And so far Inira trying to take in some QQ9 kills, and there we go. The Conquerors are now back. Vici is now on the signs on conquering the teams here in Zero to Hero Showdown. What a play.
Potato got mashed down for now, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be an early exit for this great team. But let's go into SIGRA, Artemis, the previous winners of the first isolated match. I hope they're gonna go for another approach right here, because it's gonna go aggressive at Hot 75 on the inside of Kazumi, and it's gonna go. It's gonna be a matter of time if they're gonna go close the gap between these both teams. On the other side is CERULEAN Esports Dynasty, one of the Grand Survivors contenders. Ooh, Kazumi got knocked out with the AK-47, and Ku will try to clean it up with a trade in, but he's getting shots and being fired, so he's gonna go behind this boulder, recuperate himself, but it's gonna be too late. And 21 EBR got him first, and ooh. It's gonna be a nasty fight between them, and now more and more people are coming down in the side of SIGRA, and it's gonna be a hard stretch because Hachi and company will pull back from the aggressive CERULEAN Esports. They're all the way from on top with the N1 and EBR as well. They have the high ground advantage, and it's gonna be difficult for them to make a comeback unless they go indoors. But they have to act fast because another squad is on their way. TNC Esports BLACKFYRE is on their route, on their scent. They smell them, and it seems that they have to make a move right now. What do they do? Pull back or stand their ground? But it seems that TNC Esports are in a good position right now, and it might not look good for our guys in CERULEAN Esports. So as he's trying to go for the flank play, Saksa is just moving around, try to get into a better position to fire from, but because it seems that TNC already Route 3 took the position, the very position CERULEAN Esports had against SIGRA. Shot to be fired. Dre gets caught on the kill 1-for-1. Pierre will go for the heal play here, and they're gonna go down the hill a little bit, chase one guy down from CERULEAN, and yeah, it's gonna be a messy fight right here. And as they're trying to get some loot right now, it's a pinch play between CERULEAN Esports and our guys from TNC Esports, because look at this. P3, the guy from behind, is flanking around, taking this bait, and I think what he's trying to do, CERULEAN, is trying to go for the long range play against P3, but I think they're gonna run past him anyway, so it's gonna be a stalemate for now.
So far, really well played there for TNC BLACKFYRE, because they basically waited out NC. They are basically the third party, right? And it's nothing wrong to be the third party. In a relationship, yes, it's wrong. But in this game, well, it's tactical, so it works. So yes, why not? So then TNC did did amazing job waiting out for the players there on CERULEAN Esports, taking down the SIGRA Esports, right? And when the moment is right that SIGRA is now down, they take the players there from CERULEAN. So far, you could see Saksa and Yuvo trying to take in the dog tags right now, but SIGRA Shroud will also be on there, but TNC is on the hand. They are waiting out. They know that they are trying to go back for the clan, for the dog tags, and so far TNC Pierre will take down the players here. Nice play from TNC BLACKFYRE. Pierre on fire with the PPSH, and they will try to go in because the zone is a killjoy. Instead of taking the shots, they have to be careful now. They have to go inside the zone and of course win the gunfights. So far TNC BLACKFYRE in a good position, but in a bad moment because of the zone, saying, okay, that's enough, children, go inside the zone, go and be safe, because if you're not, you will take so much damage. And you know, sometimes the most actions are always outside the zone, and really unfortunate there, because I thought that's gonna be TNC BLACKFYRE taking a lot of shots, but well, I digress. Not all the time it's gonna be good positioning. So far, here we go. Empire NICAEA is now down, and our next NEHEMIAH taking in some kills right now. And here we go, CEO will take some kills as well with the AK-47, but he will back out. He will use the snowboard to go and reposition and go inside of the zone. And there's gonna be a jackal on above as well. There's gonna be an air support. A lot of action going on. Like I said, isolated, a classic yet disastrous map because people are just going aggressive here, Redman.
Empire NICAEA's final survivor said is forced to flee the scene right now with his 4x4, and it wasn't a good fight for them because they were just overwhelmed by the aggressive amount of NEHEMIAH because there's 4 men right there, but they felt like 16 to them. So it's gonna be a tactical approach now, but for Empire NICAEA Esports said, because yeah, all alone, and it has no choice but to prioritize being passive play if he wants to have a shot. Meanwhile, let's go into our 13 Esports Magnus. Shot fired. Yingzi used the rewind to get the safe replaced, but he's being shot anyway from behind. He's gonna use for the armor play right now, but looks like Dahon finds somebody here from SIGRA, takes him down. The PPSH cleans it up again because Zumi was seeped out, and now Dahon and Yingzi and company will go hunt down for the rest of the SIGRA Esports Artemis. Now, they want the top 1 spot really bad. They want to punish these guys for throwing them off in the isolated match a while ago. But now, they found Hachi cleans them up as well, and looks like it's going to be out. Our previous victors, SIGRA Esports, was actually eliminated by our guys from 13 Esports Magnus. Now that they're out of the equation, what holds for 13 Esports Magnus in this match?
Of course, NRX and other teams as well, like Most Wanted VITAS, they're still in the game right now. And unfortunately, SIGRA's reign is over. They were the ones popping off in game number 1. But for game number 2, they are slowly depleting. But here in game 3, it shows that the reign is literally over and that momentum is now gone. So far, there is a lot of potential teams, new teams who are now backing up here. As you can see here, SOPH here with the sniper rifle here with the right tech finds an opportunity to take down the 13 players. 13 esports here. But, well, he misses the shot and will just go in and go back for the team. Like, go in and squad it up. So far, a lot of teams around the map, SOPH, or should I say, Shooterdies, PH, Empire, will stay and get in some loot there from that box. I should say that, what is that? I forgot the name now. The squad, that box, or
loot
the loot box. There, loot box. Why do I forgot the loot word? I always say the word loot, but I forgot the box. But so far, here we go. Ray will just try their best to take in some shots, but here we go. SIGRA still waiting out. They have the upper advantage, but Ray slowly walking, going around, and will take the shots, takes down Crit, and really well played here. But can he survive? He's taking some hip fires there, and he takes the kill there. But now we're gonna switch it up here. SIGRA Biscuit here will armor up and hopefully reposition. So for the side of SIGRA Poseidon, they are still alive and kicking. But for Artemis, well, unfortunately for them, we'll have to wait and out for them in game number 4, Redman. But then again, SIGRA Poseidon still has the chance here, but TNC BLACKFYRE will not give them the chance, because I think this is TNC's moment. BLACKFYRE trying to shoot in the fire in against SIGRA Poseidon. We are gonna go in aggressive right now. Twix as well. They are saying, okay guys, team is now backing off. We will try and go and take in some kills. We will take back the leaderboards, and TNC going aggressive. But for SIGRA, well, they're waiting out. This is gonna be a fight 1v1 right now, any moment. So far, they're gonna go in collide. There we go. This is gonna be a collide now from both sides of the teams. TNC versus SIGRA. Who will take the win? So far, Biscuit will take down Pierre. That's some good start now for the side of SIGRA, and they are now taking the shot in the border again. Killjoy from the side of the zone. They are now taking in the shots right now, but they have to win it out. So far, TNC BLACKFYRE in a very tight situation, but HGE in a third party right now. They are now taking in some shots right now. So far, there's so much colors in the screen right now, many teams they trying to go inside of the circle and staying alive. You could see SIGRA Biscuit trying to stay alive. Unfortunately, will be taken down there by AOB Pablo with the M21 EBR. And SIGRA Tasan is gonna be so low right now. He's trying to armor up, but he has to go inside the zone or else he will be taken out there. And so far, he's still alive. Trying to stay alive. But Twix trying to be so aggressive right now. A lot of teams going inside the circle, as you can see in the map. It's so cluttered with colorful rainbow colors.
A lot of people are going in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 squads in this whole vicinity right now. And looks like they're gonna go for TNT is gonna go for the pullback play and prioritize the circle over at most because okay, there's a lot of people here. And it's gonna be crowded, but behind them, just on their backs, is just a circle right here. And we're gonna go into our Cerulean Esports. Cerulean Esports, they're gonna run into trouble sometime soon because at their flank is quite a handful of squads right now. It seems that they're gonna have to reposition real quickly and to anticipate the arrival of these much squads. So let's go in with Yingzi and Twix. It's gonna be a 1v1 situation for them, and looks like it's gonna be messy right now. Yingzi will slowly approach Drake. Next one knocks him out from the zone with AK-47, and now he's gonna go for more blood. He is not done yet. He has a snowball out, go maneuver through the smoke. See somebody goes for the rewind, clutch rewind by him. It's almost in trouble right there, but his face of adversity was able to go snap back and go back to the place where he was from. Now he's gonna go to Dahon, support his allies right now, and looks like SIGRA is on the boulder shot to be fired right now. Yingzi will try to get the upper hand right now and go in, try to finish the kill along with his mates, and looks like Crit, he's not in a good spot. All he can do is run away from the aggression 13 Esports is showing them, and that's not it. That's not all, everybody, because 15 squads are still left on the playing field. 41 boots on the ground. It's not gonna be easy fight for them because this is just the middle game. Not yet. Not much people have been eliminated for it to be considered an end game. But regardless of this, there is one fat lobby for a circle shrinking fast and fast right now. So we're gonna go into our 13 Esports. They're gonna go head into our AUXILIARUS Esports right now as well, and all hell could break loose at any moment.
All hell loose could break at any moment right now. So far, this is gonna be the team 13 who is just trying their best to hold down the line and hopefully take in the W. Of course, if you stay alive, you basically win it out for the placements. And of course, in terms of kills, of course, if you stay alive, you could make opportunities on getting so much kills, right? And there we go. CERULEAN will take down AXL Minami with the M21 EBR. That's gonna be a good opportunity for them to take in some points. And so far, they're in a good placement because they're inside of the circle. And so far, SOP Bush trying his best to go inside here, throws in the utilities there. And so far, they are just gonna try and go in and take in the zone. And I think the zone is getting smaller and smaller, and a lot of teams still alive. This is gonna be a chaotic match here, Redman.
The chaos is already starting. It's not even ending anytime soon because we still have 12 squads remaining. It's gonna be a thick fight. And as we go into this aerial view, let's put into perspective the chaos these people will experience in just a few moments. We have here Quebec squad and Hotel squad in one area. AUXILIARUS Esports will go head to the XP Esports in quite soon enough, and looks like there's another fight going on here. 13 Esports going head to head with with another squad here. They just force them to pull back. That squad is VIKINGS. They're in a bad spot right now, but for the side of 13 Esports, quite advantageous because they have the high ground right now, and if you just ignore the jackal, you'll be fine. Just stand your ground, hold your ground. And we have here in their crosshair NICAEA, and on the other side as well is the guys from oh man, there's a lot of stuff happening. Guys from Hotel AUXILIARUS Esports on the boat right now. Shot to me fired right after N1 and EBR. Trying to get the scope in. Discipline and looks like an SMR spray has been made there, and wow, what a shocking turn of events because more and more people are going into this hillside. More people want to get a taste of this high ground, but I don't think anytime soon 13 Esports will let this go. Shot to be fired with CERULEAN and gets him out right there off the playing field, and with a jackal on the loose. This is literally an air raid, begging to be happy to just behold there. Shot to be fired, said gets him out, and with an EBR. Cool kill right there, and he's gonna go for the armor play. Chaos just ensuing that jackal is scaring the heck out of me. Let's see what's gonna happen next.
It could, anything could happen right now. And the Jackal going, flying around, waiting for the right moment to take down the bombs. And here we go, Said with a kill here with the M21 EBR. This is going so good for the side of Empire NICAEA Esports Falcons. And here we go, we're checking in AXP. Fritz, unfortunately, will be taken out of the equation. Onab will try and trade it out. That's gonna be good kills, but unfortunately, will not have enough time to back up his teammates because the zone is there. So he will leave them and said, goodbye, I'm sorry, I'm gonna leave you. And we'll hopefully take in the W for you. And so far, AXP is outside, it's basically inside of the circle, right? But they're in the corner of that circle. They still are in the danger zone, not to mention that they are waiting out to see and go inside of the circle right now. So far, most wanted VITAS will be your number 1 in the leaderboards, and NRX NEHEMIAH with your second. And of course, Hunger Games. That is a team that's basically very, should I say, low-key, but at the same time, they are now on the top 3. So right now, we're seeing no place here from Hunger Games, but maybe they have been taking so much kills right there. But, here we go. A Jackal from above trying to take in some shots right now. That's gonna be very scary, especially from the side of Black Ops 141. They're just having the time of their life. They have the Jackal trying to go around in this small circle and hopefully take down the players here in this map, because there are no buildings. This is basically a death zone, a bombing zone now, and they have to be so careful. They have to take it down in any moment now, because that's gonna be detrimental for them. They will be bombed at any moment here from the side of Black Ops 141. But then again, 5 teams remaining, 11 players in this zone, and they are slowly but surely gonna go into the site right now. And this, here we go, they're gonna go in right now, Redman, and this could be a side match here between 13 versus Empire NICAEA Esports Falcon.
Now that the beast has been finally disturbed as Empire NICAEA goes in front here towards the boulder. Oh, he's being walled down through the boulder. He has the high ground building right there. Daredale has no choice but to move out and expose themselves, because they will just be getting out of here in the circle. Shot to be fired. The Jackal is on top of the roof. Is it on the roof? Style shot to be fired. He's gonna get them out. Crit out of the Jack 12. It looks like Daredale has the advantage right now, and it seems that all is well for them. But they're 2-man down. One is on top. One is on a level field. It might not end well for NICAEA Esports if they do something quite well. And correction, there are actually 3 people in here, but it's a dangerous place they're treading, because they're 3v4. And the zone is so small, you might not be able to do anything. There's 0 cover. The only cover you can get is transparent cover, which is going to be your smokes. Just smokes all the way right there. Good cover there. Oh, 1 down for the side of... NICAEA Esports is going to be down to these 2 folks right here. Yingzi and company right now. Shot to me, 5 AK-47. I think he's winning. Oh! Cutie was knocked out. And it seems we have a winner. That's gonna be our guys from 13 Esports Magnus. GG! And what a strong performance to end it as well. What a play these guys have put on to show the interesting terrain, just a building for cover, and using all that smokes to compensate for the lack of better environment. It's all flat. So good utility use, and look at that. Top 1 for the 3rd match.
Yeah, really well played. This was a team to watch out for. But then I was like watching them, and they're like, in game number 1, now not so much. Game number 2, there is some sort of action, but they didn't still take the W in game number 2. But now, 13th Magnus takes in the W. Not to mention, they have so much kills. You could see they have 12 kills for the side of their team. That's a lot. You might say it's small, but that's still a lot. 12 is basically like having a 3rd place in displacement matches. So far, they take the first and they take in 12 kills. That's gonna be a lot of boost for them in the leaderboards, Redman. So far, I'm gonna see 13 Magnus be part of the top 12, or should I say even higher, like top 1 or top 5 in this lower finals. So far, still a lot of promising teams. I am still not sure of who will be the one having a secured spot. Like from the past playoffs, I've seen some dominating teams that I know that, okay, for the fact that in game number 1, I'm like, okay, I know this team. They will be the one taking the W. It's already given. But here, I'm confused. I'm writing down the winners, and I'm like, wait, there's no pattern. It's basically them trying to take in the win, game number 1, game number 2, game number 3. And you might say, well, maybe those aggressive players who are trying to take in some kills could take in the W. No, there are different teams who take in so much kills as well. So this is a very diverse team, right? Imagine losing from the upper finals are now here, the 12 teams. And for those who are persevering from the lower finals are still here and alive. In these 24 teams, only 12 remain and move up here. So they will try their very, very best. So far, Redman, I am impressed of what I'm been seeing here with these 24 teams. But so far, that's gonna be it, because 13 Magnus will take the game number 3.
So let's see here how 30 Magnus will place on the leaderboards. They might be top 1, but they might not be. So this is Paramount Gaming Esports Zero to Heroes Minor Season 3. I'm Redman, as Oriyu. We'll be right back after the short break. Our next match will be in Blackout.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Save tumudo na rin. Subong ka lang pakisa. Palawan na uli. Dito pisa. Miss ka na dito.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Save tumudo na rin. Subong ka lang pakisa. Palawan na uli. Dito pisa. Miss ka na dito.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Save tumudo na rin. Subong ka lang pakisa.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Hello, everybody. This is Redman and Oriyu, and this is the leaderboard for our lower finals. Right now, as of now, most wanted VITAS still on the lead with 15 placement
Ooh.
points, 36 kills, and with total of 51 points. Now, then next up is actually NRX NEHEMIAH 6-9 with 17 placements, 32 kill points, 49 total points. SIGRA POSEIDON on the third with 46 points. 13 esports Magnus, our previous victors, only on the fourth spot, clinching at 41 points. That's insane to think about. In Hunger Games, D11 KRATOS 39, AXP Esports Pulang ARAW 39 as well, CERULEAN Esports DYNASTY 31, Untitled Golden Goat at 28 points, TNC Esports BLACKFYRE at 27 points, Black Ops 151 with 26 points, SIGRA Esports ARTEMIS fell down all the way to 11th spot with 24 points. Empire NICAEA Esports FALCONS went up and above to 24 points.
And for 4Kings Aces, they have 24 points in rank 13. KINGPINS Esports PYRO with 17 points. Potato M Esports, I was expecting so much for this team, but now they're in the rank 15. Hopefully, they could come back around in game number 4, 5, or 6. But so far, Potato Esports with 15 points. AOB Esports Python with 14. SHOOTERDIES PH Empire with 13. 4 Sinners 13 points. BOSSPH VIKINGS Esports VISAGE with 12 points. AUXILIARUS Esports 11. Same goes to SHOOTERDIES PH Vicious. 13 Esports with 9. And Triple V Conquerors with 6. And REBORN team with 5.
So now let's talk about the most interesting thing about this leaderboards. It's actually still most wanted VITAS on the top spot, and NEHEMIAH and our ex NEHEMIAH on the second spot, regardless of the results of the previous match, wherein our guys from 13 Esports Magnus actually got the dub with NICAEA on the second place. So what did you think happened? Why is most wanted VITAS still on the top of the leaderboard?
I think it's the kills, okay? They are just so aggressive. And unfortunately, too much aggression could basically make your team fell off immediately. And unfortunately, they were not going to be on top 3. But it doesn't mean that they are not on the top 3 means they are out of the game. That aggression could also give advantage, and that is kills. And I think even though they are not part of the top 3, they have so much kills in hand that they're just so aggressive, but then unfortunately they've been taken out by another team. But those points still rack them up and still leads them to be on the top 1. Not to mention, most wanted VITAS is the winner in game number 2, and that placement points basically give them a really big boost as well. Okay, and those points is basically a maintaining points for them to stay in the top 1. Same goes for NEHEMIAH, right? Those skills basically maintain them from being top number 2. But unfortunately, they didn't take in top 3 in this game 3. So, of course, they will not bounce up or go even higher against MW VITAS. So, I don't know about you. I think it's about top 3 to top 6. They're basically changing, right? A while ago, it's gonna be 13 Magnus, and then it was SIGRA ARTEMIS. It was a lot of changes. A while ago, it was also CERULEAN or even Empire NICAEA. I'm actually shocked now they're very low behind. Even Potato Esports as well. But now, it's a lot of mixed up there. But for top 1 and top 2, they're still basically the same. And I think they're still trying their best to maintain that spot there, Redman.
Yeah, I do agree with that, all of that, because there's so much it's interesting to see here, because with this top skill set right here, everybody's showing here, it produces this weird RNG where you don't really know what's gonna happen next. That's what makes it exciting, because everybody's on the top of their game, desperate to go into the grand finals, because of course it's their last chance. So everybody's fired up. Everybody wants a piece of that cake. But let's see here, because most wanted in Vitas really did well on the kills category, but it might not last long, because if they have to do well. Now the next map is Blackout. They did very well in Blackout. They have won the first Blackout map, but they really have to do well, because they'll risk losing the top one spot to another team, because they already forwent that, cushion you've been saying, that a fallback. So
Mhm.
that's why they had the top spot, the kills. Yes, that's a kills.
Yeah.
But they can't rely on that savings. They have to get
Yes.
more and more. They have to invest more, reap more of what they sow. Same goes for NRX Nehemiah. If they want to have a Garner, a Gander at the top spot, they need to perform very well in Blackout. And hopes are high for these two teams, but let's see here, because we have a lot of teams here that really did well in the first games, like Potato Esports. It just fell off, unfortunately, in the previous match here, isolated. So that's another thing for them. They have a chip on their shoulder, literally. They have a guy named Chip, and they have a chip on their shoulder. So they have to
Yeah.
really boost up forward up. They really have to make their shots count, make their landings go straight at, and we need to see how they're gonna manage the pressure of trying to go back to the top 12.
Yeah, and you were right about that. And basically, I think the players are just waiting out for the right opportunity and the right timing, right? And for the side of Most Wanted Vitas and for NRX Nehemiah, yes, they have the top one and top two spot. But why would they settle for, okay, we have that? Why would they settle for okay if they could go for great? If they could go for the greatness and being the top one, they could dominate and right there. Because I've seen teams who just dominated in the playoffs. They don't even show mercy. Even though it's just the playoffs, I was like, come on, guys, give them mercy. It's just the playoffs. It's not even the finals. But no, they want to make sure that they secure the top one spot. I hope that Most Wanted Vitas and NRX Nehemiah will do the same here, because for some reason they are contented, but they are too contented to the part that even kills is basically good for them, and it's just an okay for them. I hope okay is not the line that they will just be fine with. Hopefully they could go even greater and move up and even be top one in game number 4, Redman.
The rivalry between NRX and Most Wanted is brewing, and it's getting spicy and spicier by the second. And we are getting prepared to drop into our fourth match of the evening. This is gonna be Blackout. Now we're gonna talk about the transit line quite soon, and I like this one. It's a little bit on top of the middle, but I like this. It's from east to west going in. So it's from east to west, Asylum all the way to the middle of Hijack and Nuketown Island. And yeah, man, I'm excited to see this, because okay, let's get this out of the hand. Someone will definitely go to Nuketown Island for the Jackal. But hey, some teams actually have predictable landing spots, like for example, we have Potato Esports. They love going to Factory, and not to mention Empire NICAEA also loves going to Factory as well. So we're gonna see some good fights in there. But on the flip side, we have some teams who kind of spread out. So looks like we have our guys from CERULEAN Esports going into the Hydro Dam, and a double drop on Estates. This is gonna be interesting, because Estate is kind of a little popular drop spot. So we'll see how that goes there. But we'll go into our first match of the evening for Sinners and VVV Conquerors.
Yeah, so far they're just gonna take in the loot right now. 4SN basically waiting for the right moment here for Sinners, just having the time of their lives, taking in the loot. And of course, loot means better gear. Better gear means better engagement and more chances of you winning the 1v1 fights. And of course, winning 1v1 fights means points, and points means victory, means you taking in the W. It's basically common maths. Even a child could know about that. But then again, they still have to make sure that they have good loot, and they don't have to stay in taking loot for too long. They should go engage because little seconds matter, right? Even those little seconds matter. And then there we go, a trap master takes in the shots right now. Simply, come on, man, that's really risky if you don't even know that there are players in there. And not to mention trap master, one of the most used operator skills here in the minors. And before I loved the trap master, now, well, I do like it, but not as much as I did before. But well, I digress. People love the new one better. But how about you, Redman? Is it the Trapmaster in a good spot right now? Because right now they are trying to go in an engagement here, but Potato Chip will take in the W against 13th here.
No, I like where Trapmaster's going because it's more versatile, and the fact that you know it's not as obvious as the old one. So that's an up because the cosmetic aesthetic of it, the appeal of it is it's a little harder to miss. It's the opposite. It's easier to miss than before. So I like where it's at. So now let's go into the match. Potato Chip knocked down. Knocked down by 13 Jul and Shinichi as well was taken out, but looks like Polo all alone right now in this area. He has to get out of here quite soon. Although there's two people left alive in Potato, they literally have the weight, the pressure of trying to make it to the top 12. So they have no choice. They really have to do everything in their power to survive this. And looks like the path of 13 esports is just beginning as Paul taking so much damage, takes the rewind out and throws on the smoke to protect himself. But Chip finally met his demise with PTSH, but not too late for them because he can get a dog tag anytime. So Polo will go for the revive play right now, but on his back right now. That's unfortunate. 13 esports got the best of him, and it's gonna be that's it. Potato esports, an early wipe once again, and that was a rough one to digest. But let's go here to our guys from U Channel, Golden Goat, and their opponent, AUXILIARUS Esports.
So far, they're waiting out and basically going around the perimeter of this house. Texas gonna go and take in the ninja to take in the high ground as well, but unfortunately he kind of misses, so he's now on the second floor, not on the rooftop. So he'll go back down and hopefully gonna try to do it once more, or gonna try to reposition in a better placement. But so far, U Channel Golden Goat waiting for the right moment and the right time here to take in the engagements. But well, I digress. It's still gonna be a very long game here because AXL, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, AUXILIARUS Esports, just taking their time inside this house. They are saying, well, we're safe here. If you go in here, you might be getting trapped. But for the side of U Channel Golden Goat, it's about time for them to go in and engage. But here we go. U Channel Texas slowly but surely closing in the gap right now against the side of AUXILIARUS Esports. But he's still waiting for his teammates. I think he's just waiting for his teammates, which is really good for Texas. Instead of being greedy for the kills, he's just getting information. Like, guys, there are players here. Wait for the right moment. We should secure. Let's basically sandwich the house here and take in the W. And so far, here we go. Crony will take in the helicopter here and take in some sort of control as well. So he will go in on the right side of perimeter, or should I say the back side of the house. So what I really love about this play here for the side of U Channel is that they are just gonna sandwich here for this for AUXILIARUS Esports, and it's about any moment here that they will take them down, or just take in the helicopter, go in and go inside of the zone, because that works too as well. I was expecting a very action-packed game here, but no, we will not see that.
Now, good choice by U Channel Golden Goat by using the helicopter and leaving their opponents to the dirt, because they're not gonna have anything to come by, because they got the one and only chopper from his state, and as you know, Blackout very vicious when it comes to rotation. So yeah, that's a good call by them, and using Channel Golden Goat, leaving it in the dust. There you go, they're up in the air. Let's go into our 13 esports once again. They're just gonna rotate out here. I think they're gonna be fine for now, but let's talk about how 13 esports journey right here. So they in the previous matchup, 20 in the lower bracket, they had 28 in placement points, 44 in kills, and total they ended up with 72 points, and that ended up them in top 5 spot in the lower bracket. And now that they're having the last chance here, the last chance here right now, but the Jackal No mercy indeed. That's how lethal a Jackal is, having domination on the sky. That is terrifying. Imagine looking up to the sky, seeing the sky of blue, and then all of it turns red. Red all over. The heat getting into you. The Jackal is here, and it shows no mercy at all. And VVV Blank running on the field, hoping and praying that the Jackal will get to him next as he's trying to cope in with N1 and EBR. Playing default in the open area like this with a Jackal as lethal as that, that's gonna be scary to think about. Look at this! It's our favorite battle, Black Ops 151. I've seen this guy in the bracket E, and this guy, he has no mercy. He has 3 kills with the name of Jackal, gets another kill right here in 13 Esports, and man, this guy has no mercy at all because he is the Maverick, top gun of this lobby, and he's making everybody his victim. The Jackal lives on, the bird will stay up on the sky.
As an airman of the Philippine Air Force, I salute you 151, and here we go, bombs away, taking in the shots right now, and he is gonna try and recover and go in for the next bombs to be placed in. 151 being a very disgusting yet disastrous pilot here in this minor 0 to hero showdown. So far, yes, he doesn't have the guns, but he has the skill to fly this Jackal, and he's trying to shoot down the players here for 4K Kings. So far, he's gonna put in some damage, but not yet, not yet. He will just go in and fly by next round here and hopefully take in some kills. But I digress. Black Ops 151 is so aggressive with that one, especially for one player who is just so on point there with the Jackal. But so far, HGE Burn will be knocked down here because of Most Wanted VITAS. I think Most Wanted is now trying their best to take in some shots right now because yes, a while ago, they are just okay. Hopefully, they could do something even better right now and hopefully be so aggressive to the point that they have so much points to be securing a big, huge gap in the points in the leaderboards here, Redman.
Although they have some fallback right now, because I do agree that they have so much kills. I think they're trying, I think by being aggressive at this point in their standing, they're trying to protect their first place spot against NEHEMIAH because they want to get the lead as so big that nobody can touch them on top. So this might be this is a 50-50 play in my opinion, because you can just stand back and then it's all forgiven. But look at that, Jab with aggressive plays here with SMRS gets him out right now, and plays like these, like being aggressive, it's a 50-50. I like where it's headed at because it's entertaining, number one, and number two is it's Most Wanted VITAS quintessential skill. They're really good at being the predator, so might as well take the predator role seriously and have it throughout the whole match. Aurora behind the boulder right now has a Jack 12 in hand and AK-47 will try to get some picks right on here against our 13 Esports, but they're inside the building, so he has to make the decision. Will he go inside? I think he will. So now he's gonna pursue him. It's gonna be serious. I have feelings for you, but I can't show it. And how I'll show it, I have my Jack 12 in hand, and I'll definitely tell you how much I love you if I can find you wherever you are. Now, just slowly tracking this guy, last guy from 13 Esports. I think they're gonna let it go because they can't really find him. So they will be left broken-hearted, but not for long because they're on top of the leaderboards. I think they're gonna be fine.
They're gonna be fine, right? And so far, I think Most Wanted is just gonna try their best to take some kills. So far, they have 3 kills in total, and they are still finding their best to take some shots right now. I think Old 10 found an opportunity right there, but then again, 4SN will just go back and go to a safe place. Wanted Kuzma takes in the shots here with a Jack 12, takes in the damage there, but doesn't take the kill. He is now trying to shoot down the players who are just using in the motorcycle or even the car, who's just going to go around here, and he's in a very tight spot. Kuzma is a very tight spot, especially when the zone is coming in. And like I said, black out a huge map. If you have no transportation, you're dead by the zone. Your scary opponent is not NRX NEHEMIAH or Most Wanted VITAS. It's the blue zone. Really scary, man. Really scary. If you don't even know that, if you don't even know where the location of the transportation are, so you have to be one step ahead of the zone, and of course to the teams, of the opposing teams as well in this map. So far, BVE Gains is basically trying his best to take in some loot. So this could be an opportunity here from China Golden Go to take the shots here against the team BOSSPH Vikings Esports. Then again, they're just waiting for the right moment, and they're being placed down here with the, should I say, the utility, which is the, I forgot that utility, but anyways, it's a grenade, cluster grenade there finally. Anyways, 151 still being the pilot, being a nuisance to everyone. Imagine if they see a pilot, this says, it's 151. You literally know it's him. No other pilot could be there enough to take in the jackal and took in some shots. It's only him, 151. And so far, he's still the best pilot. Still the best pilot in minors. So far, Crony taking in some shots right now, but this could be an opportunity now for Empire NICAEA to take in some shots here, Redman.
Ooh, okay, let's go into Empire NICAEA right now. And ooh, this looks like there's gonna be a run into 4K shots from E5 with the seriously Jackal. Dardel pursuing him without giving up. And ooh, okay, it looks go for the rewind, but somehow they're in the middle of the crossfire. They're in a really awkward position because Dardel is below the bridge, and although he has a ninja class to go up, he forgoes it anyway, going down with the AK-47 and decides to play different. So the terrain they're in is it could be disastrous, but they don't have much people to worry about just yet. But the map is very colorful. There's so many squads right now. I can see at least four sets of individual squads waiting to get some bloodshed. Cedros blood with the N1 on EBR against NRA from VVV Conquerors, and it's gonna be a bad look for them. And it looks like the aerial view is the best statement this situation can explain to you. Look at this. We have wanted Jabby outside the zone with Lint outside the zone as well, all alone, and Jabby knocked down with the storm. And blank is not a blank; it just ends with an exclamation point with the PPSH. Good ending for him, and VVV SIGRA will have to rotate along with his team, and Lint a little above, so it's kind of a cat and mouse chase because he's dredging all this terrain all alone, and Lint got knocked down and on EBR in the hands of Enra. That's gonna be a GG for our guy from 13 Esports. Now let's go into our Lima squad, AOB Esports Python. They're doing well for themselves. They have a sniper and they're using that distance to their advantage. Now, you said that snipers will indeed shine. Yes, I think they will do.
Yeah, basically, it will shine if you know how to use it correctly. What's the point if you have the sniper but you don't even know how to aim and how to be on point, right? So you have to be deadly. You have to know what position to hold as a sniper, because even though you have a good aim but you have very bad position, you're not gonna shine. You're not gonna basically shine in the sniper in blackout. But so far, the zone is basically closing in, and a lot of teams, colorful teams once more, trying to go inside of the zone. People using transportations, people are using skateboards, and there we go. People are now trying to take in some shots right now. Crony will take down the player there, and they are slowly but surely gonna go inside of the zone. BVE is now been taken out of the equation. That's a good play here from Channel Golden Goat. But then there is another team as well in the very top side here, which is KINGPINS Esports PYRO, which I haven't seen them really in action, but hopefully this could be their time to shine here.
Ooh, looks like it's gonna be interesting right now. KINGPINS Esports PYRO going head to head right now. Jack 12 in the hand, and Texas taken out right now. And Shane QT used the rewind to reposition themselves, and looks like they have KINGPINS secured themselves with a decent bowler to camp on. But okay, looks like our Jackals in trouble. Black 151, a bogey on your 6. This is not gonna end pretty. It connects, hits down. Now another Jackal on its going down, in the bird. Blackhawk down. QT with the FHJ tries to get the other Jackal down to no avail for now, but they're too high up for it to be a problem, so they have a few seconds for it to not be a threat. But as again, QT will go scoping again, fires a shot from the FHJ, hoping and praying it will hit, so they will not have to worry a bird in the sky. But we might not know what happened to the to the Jackal there. But let's go into Empire NICAEA Esports. Bear and company, they're inside this warehouse right now, trying to avoid some bullets thrown in by VVV Conquerors from above, literally on the roof. So they're surrounded by a good amount of squads, 16 squads remaining, 15 by the way, 15 my bad, and now 35 people still left on the island trying to survive all of this. It's gonna be mayhem. Chaos is now in pursuit.
Yeah, Chaos is now in pursuit, and now people are going into positions that they needed to be, and they have the loot. People are now in the late game, but so far 15 teams still, even though the zone is now small. And look at the map, it's so chaotic. Even I am confused on what's gonna happen in there. But so far, Crony here gonna slide in, throw in the smoke, hopefully gonna go in a better position as a sniper because he has DLQ in hand. And the zone is slowly but surely gonna go close in, and they have to go inside of it. And of course, if you're gonna have small area to play with, you're gonna meet so much players as well inside of the zone. So far, he's in a very tight spot right now because NEHEMIAH, or should I say NRX, founds him down, and he will be taken down by YS. NRX 6-9 just on point right now. They want to make sure that they will be the one on the top 1 spot against Most Wanted VITAS. So far, they have 10 kills, which is really well played for 6-9. But hopefully, they will take the first place to really secure the number 1 spot in the leaderboards here, Redman. But so far, NRX still waiting for the right opportunity in the right time. They found the players here from Triple V, and so far you could see in the aerial view and the place shots happening here in both sides of the sides. So far, a lot of actions going on, and I have no idea what's gonna happen here. It could be a bloodbath. But so far, we could see KPS here trying to take in some shots here. Triple V in a tight situation. They are trying their best to stay alive, hopefully take in the W, because they have 13 kills, which is really good. But they are now being taken down here by NRX 6-9. They are now trying to take them down. They want to make sure that they will be the one being the top 1 of the leaderboards. NRX NEHEMIAH is not messing around. They heard me, Redman. He said, "Oh, you meant okay, we will do great here, Oriyu. We will take in the W." And so far, Triple B in a very tight situation because instead of NRX and NEHEMIAH, it's AOB gonna try and take them down right now. SIGRA actually hiding inside of the trap. What a big place there. But then Enyao will take down the players here from KPS, and so far they are just taking so much points here. And Wais unfortunately will be taken out, but that's gonna be a good rewind to reposition, and he will try to armor himself right now. Redman, a lot of actions going on, but NRX is on fire.
NRX, no mercy, nothing will stand in their way as 2 squads remaining. The only thing they have to worry about is the pilot from Black Ops 151, and
no.
oh man, he's gonna hunt them down for sure. Just pursuing everything, looking at all the corners where he could possibly be. But I think he's a little bit far away, and yeah, they might not find him quite soon. But hey, he was outside the zone. He knew what was up, so he's like, okay, NRX NEHEMIAH, I know you're there. Just don't touch me. I'll do the work. Don't do anything to me. Just don't put bullets in me. Just get the dub. Alright?
Yeah.
Don't touch me. So that's what
actually-
happened right here. NRX NEHEMIAH finally got it.
He did, and not to mention, he actually did a salute. He actually did the emote, says, "Yeah, I'm done. My mission's over. When my Jackal is down, I'm also down." He's basically like the captain, right? A captain of the ship. If the ship goes down, so is the captain. He will stay in the ship. So, well played for him, but if I'm not mistaken, emotes are not allowed. Not allowed, I guess, but he did the emote. But, well, I digress. Well, he did an amazing job still either way, but well played for NRX. This would be them in the number 1 spot, I guarantee you, because they have lots of kills and they are number 1 in game number 4, Redman.
So this is the now it looks like NRX NEHEMIAH finally solidified themselves as the top 1, guaranteed, because they performed very well. Not to mention they have a history of being the top 2 in the previous showing of the leaderboard. So that's a guaranteed for them. They have the highest spot, defeating Most Wanted VITAS for the first. So this will just motivate Most Wanted VITAS to just keep pushing further, just get the retake for the top 1 spot. So let's go ahead into NRX NEHEMIAH real quick here. 19 kills. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's
That's
kind of a standard for well-known team like NRX and most wanted VITAS. So it's really expected and really good performance for them. It's very solid, solidified in the first place. So yeah, that's gonna be a tough thing to beat. If you're most wanted VITAS, what would you do?
Yeah, but I would give credit to Triple V as well, right? They are not part of the top 12, but they are now actually in the third place, if I'm not mistaken. They're in game number 4. So I really love that Triple V is still not backing down, that they are still trying their best to be part of the top 12 in order to for them to go into the finals. But then they still have so much work to do. They have to be consistent in game number 5 and game number 6 later on for them to really secure the spot in those 12 teams who will go into the finals. But they still have a long way to go because they have so many competitors who is still trying to hold into the 12 spot, like NRX 151. Yes, 151 did not do some amazing clutches like 1v1 fights in the gun, but we have the pilot himself taking so much kills with the Jackal. He could literally secure that Black Ops with the 12 spot here.
So for guys like VVV Conquerors and teams trying to go for the top, they have the work cut out for them, because next up is gonna be our 5th match of the evening. We go back to Isolated. I'm Redman. This is Oriyu. This is Zero to Hero Minor Season 3 in Pyro1 Gaming Esports. We'll be right back after this short break. See ya.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Kasi bertemu dengan ini sebelum kau dapat berlawan oleh Eddie, tapi Sami sekarang ini
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Kasi bertemu dengan ini sebelum kau dapat berlawan oleh Eddie, tapi Sami sekarang ini Save itong muna na rin. Subunto na pakita. Wala ko na uli. Dito pisa. Miss ka na dito.
You come from light. Now you see me rise.
And we are now back, ladies and gentlemen, to Paramount Gaming Esports Zero to Hero Minors Season 3 Lower Finals. I am your shotcaster, Oriyu, and I'm here with Redman Gaming. And so far, we've just witnessed game number 1, 2, 3, and of course 4. And now we're gonna move on to game number 5, which is gonna be the isolated map. And so far, I think the leaderboards are now ready, and I'm now excited to see of who will be number 1, which is, I already know, it's NRX NEHEMIAH, because they just take in the W in that game number 4. And look at the boost! That gap now is seen between Most Wanted VITAS and NRS. As you can see, 83 points for NRX, and for Most Wanted VITAS is 58. Okay, there we go. They just stood their ground. They just placed in that standing, or should I say the title, saying, okay, we're the number 1 Most Wanted. You're not even close. And of course, for Most Wanted, this could be a challenge for them to basically bounce back up against NRX. But who knows? Because it's gonna be very hard, especially against other 24 teams. But Most Wanted with 58, 13 Esport Magnus with 49, AXP Esports 48, SIGRA POSEIDON 48 as well. Hunger Games D11 KRATOS with 43, Black Ops 151 42, KINGPINS Esports PYRO 38, Empire NICAEA Esports FALCONS 34, U-Channel Golden Goat 33, CERULEAN Esports Dynasty 32, and 4Kings Aces with 31.
In a shocking turn of events, SIGRA Esports Artemis, the victor of the first match of the evening, got out of the top 12, and now they have their work cut out for them. Clearly, they have to build themselves up. They're now at 29 points. AOB Esports following up at 28. VVV Congress at 27. TNC Esports BLACKFYRE 27 as well. BOSSPH Vikings Visage. POSEIDON AIM Esports at both at 21 points. SHOOTERDIES PH Vicious 13 Esports at 17 points. Force Sinners at 14 points. SHOOTERDIES PH Empire at 13 points. AUXILIARUS Esports at 12 points. And REBORN Team at 5 points. Now, NRX NEHEMIAH with 30 points in between them with the second placer, Most Wanted VITAS. Man, oh man, what a show they've got, and they will do everything at their disposal to protect that top 1 spot. What say you, Oriyu?
Yeah, and they basically had that advantage now. It's a while ago, it's just 1 point lead, but because of that game number 1, which they take in the first place, and they have so much kills, which is 19 kills, that give them so much of a boost to the point that they are now your number 1 spot with 30-point gap between Most Wanted VITAS. Not to mention, Most Wanted VITAS is not even part of the top 3, which made them lose lots of points, even though they have so much kills, if you think about it. Because like we said a while ago, Redman, like, they should not be okay with kills. They should try their best to take the kills, but at the same time also have good placements for them to showcase that big bump of that points. But there we go. NRX prove us that they can do it. How about Most Wanted VITAS? Maybe in this game number 5, who knows? because there are still other teams who are still trying their best to be part of the top 12 or maybe part of the top 1. Maybe we could see a team who just pops off in game number 5 and 6 to the point that they will take number 1. It could be possible. This is Paramount Gaming Esports Zero to Hero Minor Season 3. A lot could go on. And for you, Redman, you were right. There's so many diverse teams here. And right, I am now confused of who will be the one taking in the W. But now, NRX has just showed me that they will be the one taking in here. Hopefully, they could still consistently win it out to take in that game number 5, which is isolated map.
I'm quite sure most wanted VITAS wants to make another comeback as they
Yeah.
always do, because this rivalry just makes things more exciting. It's exciting, and these two teams are just going head to head. They're like tunnel vision, like it's like an anime battle, like the boss battle. NRX NEHEMIAH with most wanted VITAS. Right now, we're gonna go ahead into our next match. It's gonna be in isolated, going back again. So we've seen some teams shining here, but one thing I can tell you is whenever you go to isolated, you don't go in without expecting anything, because you might everything, if your expectation will just be shattered in a glimpse because of how these teams perform. You don't really know what's gonna happen, and going into isolated, that's gonna be true as well. So we're gonna see our map right now, and oh man,
Oh,
that transit
no.
line, I don't like this.
I don't like this as well. Basically, the pilot says, okay, I've given you so much good flight paths. Now, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna give you one of the worst ones. So far, only in the lower quadrant of the map that they could pick it now. So I will not expect any players in dormitory now. And for players like 151 Black Ops, they will basically go near the practice range
Oh.
for the Jackal. And for other teams, okay, they will try to go in Black Market or, no, not even Black Market. They're gonna go in Harbor. And for some, will go to the new Vision City. I'm actually really excited to see what would happen in there because it's a new map, new location. People are still not comfortable on going in that city. And yours truly as well. I'm even not comfortable in New Vision City, but hopefully I can in the near future, Redman.
Speaking of which, bus station is loaded with passengers
Oh.
vying for tickets and loots. We're gonna, oh man, this might not end pretty because bus station really one of the hot spots, and it's in the middle of the map, so it's guaranteed to get to the first circle. If it's on earlier that they have the first circle now, so go into a 13 esports. They're just vying for loot. They're chill all the way here. And how important is early game here? So early game uncontested with your location, the best possible outcome, because A, guaranteed you'll have good loot off the bat. B, if you don't have much good loot, you can have a secure transportation vehicle, go somewhere that has good loot and work from there. So having that freedom that have no one will be there to contest you is really good. But it's not the same situation for Sinners and Most Wanted, because they're in the same place right now, fighting for the same loot in the same location. But it seems that Most Wanted VITAS will bow out and stand back a little bit and try to get some loot for themselves. So we're gonna go into XP Esports. They're gonna go head to head against KINGPINS Esports PYRO. So they're just haggling loot. Everything is split between them. The question is, who will get who first, and how is this gonna end?
Yeah, basically, you have the loot now, but it's basically the timing on who has the better position and better engagement. So far, the leaderboards has been shown in the left side of the screen. And yes, NRX NEHEMIAH just put in so much of a gap right now that a lot of people here, especially the teams who are competing, will try their very best to beat out NRX in the first spot. Because yes, you might try to go in for the top 12. Yes, you can do that. But you could also try to be on the top 1. It's still possible if you believe, and of course try in your best with your team as well. But here we go. AXP will have some sort of engagement here against KPS. And I think they're just trying their best to put in some warning shots to tell them that we're here. And maybe they will try and engage. But It's still gonna be a risky engagement here for Alexa Cutie, but he finds an opportunity using the ASM-10, takes in some shots, but he will now hold in here and try to reposition and goes back in. Now he uses the ninja to go and reposition, but there we go, 1v1 fight here on the rooftop, and Alexa Cutie takes in the W, but Drygo from the behind, taking him down with the M4 LMG. That's really good, because you are basically near to each other. I think that's the problem there from AXP, they're not near to each other. And KPS did an amazing job there, but they still have to stand their ground because there's still players here from APX to try and take them the W. But then again, Flix will take in the dog tag here, I guess, and will just go and reposition to a better place.
Now, AXP Pulang Araw slowly creeping up on Kingpin's Pyro. So they're gonna be trapped right now, and they have a new threat in town because just at their flank is NRX NEHEMIAH. It might not end well because look at this. The Predators have arrived on the scene, and all they could do is flee or stand their ground, and looks like our first victim's out. Onam is out from the AXP Esports, and looks like KPS Flix will now leave the scene as well and leave NRX NEHEMIAH to their business because first they're outnumbered, so the chances of them surviving out alive is significantly lower. So Flix knocked down with AK-47 from Wise and company, and that's gonna be it for our guys from Kingpins, and it's gonna be an early exit. Disappointing for them, but for NRX NEHEMIAH, dominant, just plain dominant. They're not playing around. They want to seal the deal for sure, putting themselves higher and higher up in the in the kill boards and in placements as well. Because by defeating all your opponents, there's no one left to contest in placements wise. So if this strategy works, they'll be top 1 uncontested for sure.
Yeah, it will be very hard for the other teams to contest, especially when the performance of NRX NEHEMIAH is now so good right now. Like, you could see them. And so far, you could see in the map right now, the zone is basically in the middle. Weird. Right now, the zone is basically friendly, and the flying path a while ago was really bad because it was only in the lower quadrant of the map. But, well, I digress. People will just try and go in here. And whatever you are in the map, it's basically very near now because, again, the circle is in the middle. This is basically very easy for the teams to go inside of the circle. And then, again, they're just waiting for the right moment and the right time. TNC finds an opportunity. Actually, they win in this in this squad fight there, and they will take in the loot easily there. So far, really well played for TNC BLACKFYRE, but they are still a long way to go to be part of the top 12 because, like you said, Redman, they are basically in the middle ground. They're not too passive, they're not too aggressive. They're basically just a decent team. But decency is not enough to win it out here in 0 to Hero. They have to make sure that they have that potential in taking in the W in this top 12. So far, a lot of teams in a very different angles of the map, but I think HGE Albs with the SMRS will try to take in some shots here, hopefully taking the kills, because we already see some SMRS kills a while ago, and it might sound dumb or it might sound impossible, but it happens if you have that right moment and that right timing. But so far, these teams are still waiting out for the right moment and the right time. But there we go. 4K Negi takes down Triple VISAGE with the... If I'm not mistaken, that's the Jackal, right? Or Redman? I think that was the Jackal there.
Yeah, it looks like one.
Yeah, and there we go. 2 Jackals on the air. OMG. 4K Kings Aces will be the one taking the 2 Jackals, not 151. What the turn of events.
Oh man, the air again is another thing to worry about, and have your FHJs and SMRs ready because the Jackal will be really a mosquito flying in your ear. So let's go into most wanted VITAS, second placer in the leaderboards so far. So there we go, secure this perimeter right now, and looks like they're gonna hunt for their next victims, and they have a dog tag down. It's gonna be from VVP Conquerors. So I think they're just trying to find out where the last guy from VVP Conquerors are, and let's go ahead into SHOOTERDIES PH Vicious. They found somebody here. Potato Esports will now go head to head with SDPH Vicious. So they're viciously hunting them down. The Potatoes are in on low ground, and for coming from above, actually PH is actually on a good spot right now if you're gonna go rush them. So they're gonna do it right now and taking this opportunity to third party with another squad on the vicinity. So this extra damage. So it's high risk, high reward. So you have to keep the momentum up or you might drown in it. So Shay Cutie leading the charge with N21 EBR with the Mac 10 at hand also. Yawa, ooh! Yawa got knocked down with N21 EBR. Shay Cutie as well will go behind this boulder right now to get some armor in. Will touch the kill. Yawa out of the game for now. So he has two more victims. Polo and Hessa. They're just running for their lives right now, and they have no choice but to do so because they're being hard pushed right now, and the only way they can survive is to get themselves in a better spot and fight them from there. So let's go in to Shooterdies PSB, Shooterdies from that perspective, and let's go to Hessa. So Hessa desperately trying to escape with their team. The dog tags are still not picked up, so they're gonna have to live with the fact that they might have to take this whole match with just the two of them. So having two people down, what's the best strategy going forward?
Well, they have to be passive, I guess, because if you want to go aggressive, you will have a chance of going into a 2v4 situation, and it's gonna be very hard for you to take in the W because, of course, man advantage. What's more, 2 or 4? Of course, 4. It's basic maths, and I think people would know that 4 players is much more stronger than 2 players. And it was really unfortunate. They could have taken the time to take in the dog tags there, but they wanted to make sure that they will have that placements. But so far, I'm not sure. Maybe that could be a good play for playing safe with 2 players, or that was a bad play for not taking in the dog tags. I don't know. We will see. We will find out later on in the late game of this game number 5. So far, NRX 6-9 trying their best to take in some shots right now. A lot of teams around here, you could see they are just trying their best to take in some shots here against 13th, and Mwezi will take down Seorak. What a play here from NRX. They are showing the dominance now. They are showing why they are the number 1 in this leaderboards in this lower finals, Redman, and they are just trying to go in, waiting for the right moment and the right time right now. And YS with a good AK-47 and MAC-10 combo, and they are trying to go in and engage, trying to get in the dog tag as well here from Wezi, who's been taken out here. But I love the position here from SDPH, who is now basically on top there. And for NRX, well, they will just play safe for now, but they are just, even though they're playing safe, they're also playing aggressive as well. But here we go. There's gonna be a lot of teams gonna try in third party in here, and NRX is gonna be sandwiched from different angles of the map with a lot of teams coming in hand here, Redman.
Oh man, let's go into Secret Poseidon right now. So they're gonna be getting into the crosshair, going into the battlefield with NRX NEHEMIAH among others, and not to mention Shooterdies, PH Vicious in the mix as well. So throwing down some smokes here again with Wagner. He's gonna go with a snowboard as well. So he's trying to maneuver where to put him and his team, because they're they're literally in the middle of the battlefield, and it's gonna be risky for them to be exposed for too long, because having no cover, walking around, and not to mention a guy on the towers from SDPH is gonna be proving dangerous for them, so they have to move fast and right now. So TNC Champo with AK-47 on hand, and they just had a run in with their guys from VVP Conquerors, so now they're gonna have to pan out because they're outside the zone. Not gonna be a good place. Pierre and company will have to make a decision soon. So what are they trying to achieve here? So they're alone. That's good for them, but they have to go. They have to decide: stay close to the edges or go into the middle. So now let's go into the perspective of VVP Conquerors. They're running away from Empire NICAEA Esports, who is literally behind them. So it's more of a decision of do we take the fight or do we back away? But I think they're gonna go for taking the fight, because Black leading the charge against Set. ARTEMIS will go away with his snowboard, and they're playing around this thin line where if you go too far, gonna be an all-out brawl. If you go away and put some distance between yourself, you're gonna disengage. And I think they're doing just that. VVV Conquerors decides to not to take the fight with Empire NICAEA with a good reason, because NICAEA has the height advantage against them, and it could end dangerously if they go stretch over.
Yeah, that was a good play there for Triple V for playing safe, right? And so far, Enyao trying to use the hacker, and look at that, a lot of tripwire devices being hacked, and now he's gonna hack in the players
Oh,
here.
man.
OMG, Enyao is just having the time of his life, saying, okay, no trap here, no trap here. Yep, I'm gonna be safe now. I will not be in trouble of the traps being placed here. So far, Enyao we'll just wait in the right moment, in the right time, but Mr. Flex is down. You have to take in the dog tag as well, because yes, 3 players is good, but 4 is much better. And for SIGRA, which they have the highest high ground here, unfortunately we'll have to change the position because the zone says no. You have to go in now. The zone is not there. You have to go and of course reposition. But then SIGRA did all of them actually have the skateboard in hand, so they are basically looted up. So really well played for the side of SIGRA Poseidon, who are just one step ahead with the zone, because usually people just run in and they will be taken down with lots of damage, but they are prepared. They have the skateboard. Oh, okay, the zone's coming in. Okay, sure, ahead. I'm just gonna use the skateboard and just slide away and go inside of the zone. Really well played there. But then again, Dahon wants an opportunity. This could be a 1v. This could be a fight now for the side of 13 esports Magnus.
It's gonna be interesting to see how 30 Esports Magnus will play this, because there's quite a lot of people in their area.
Yeah.
The map is bright with colors, and it's not gonna be a good look. If Yingzi leading the charge, it was dangerous for him to do so. SIGRA Wagner was taking out right now with the M4 again in secret VVV, and looks like this is gonna be all out brawl right now. The war has begun, and everybody who's in it has 2 choices: fight or flight. And I think what I'm seeing here from SIGRA Poseidon is going for the flight reflex, and because they're running away, but wanted Aurora with a Jack 12, no mercy at all right now, and everything left and right blazing, guns blazing everywhere, bullets just going ricocheting from mountains and going past your ears. It's a ghastly sight to witness this, and SIGRA Poseidon has no choice but to escape this, because it's very ugly. They're in a bad spot as well, and look how spread out people are. So we have here most wanted VITAS with the high ground. We have also from Oriyu Channel Golden Go trying to survive as well. Biscuit from SIGRA Poseidon in a bad spot as well, and Papa Squad, that's gonna be our guys from CERULEAN Esports Dynasty, far away from the fight, and that gives it enough chances to play this from the long range, as we see here from Kaido with N21 EBR. So he sees someone from Wanted, he's trying to get a pick on him. Shots are being fired. Hits it. Oh, gets 1 scratch, gets a 2 scratch again, but he can't finish because they were too fast to react and went behind the bit behind the boulder. So that's gonna be good reaction by most wanted VITAS, and now they're aware that their right side is compromised because of the N1 and EBR coming at them. So Kaido will reposition, hopefully get more picks from the long range, because he has the weapon advantage and as well as the height.
So far, DNC really trying their best to take in some shots here, but there's gonna be operator skills being placed on right now. Chapo gonna try and reposition right now. TNC BLACKFYRE is trying their best to stay alive, because yes, they are trying their best to stay in the top 12. They can, like I said, a decent team, but hopefully they could still bounce back up here in the minors of Zero to Hero Showdown. But so far, here we go. Empire NICAEA Esports has the ABR in hand. Win trying to take in some shots. Really well played for them, but you can see in the map there are a lot of teams near head, and it could be anyone's game right now. Said will take down TNC Chapo, and TNC is slowly depleting. This is gonna be hard for the side of BLACKFYRE, because they have to make sure that they will take in the placements and the kills for them to secure the top 12. But if they continue this up, this place that we've been seeing, they will never secure that top 12, and we will never see them again. So far, We're seeing so much action going on here where the people are trying to go inside of the circle. There's still jackals in the air as well. And so far, I am not sure who will be the one taking in the W because it's still anyone's game. And so far, here we go. CL in Cerulean Esports just try and go in taking the shots right now. And this is them trying to take in, but they have the height advantage, yes, and they're just gonna try and wait for the right moment, the right time to go down and take in some shots. Saksa trying to put in some traps around around him to take in the safetyness of his team. Gonna use the SMRS to take in some shots. Really well played for him. And I don't know about you, Redman. This slowly but surely they're gonna be compact in this small area, but there's still 12 teams in this small circle.
Okay, so although the circle's going smaller and smaller, this terrain is not bad. It's actually workable because you have enough high ground, and not to mention you have enough cover. You can use the trees, you can use the boulders, you can use the house even from where Wanted is. But hey, look at this. This is gonna be interesting because it's a full-on brawl against our guys from Cerulean Esports and Empire NICAEA. Shots really fire everywhere, whizzing everywhere. SDPH Flux in the middle of it, but not showing that where he is. But let's go in with Daryl Bear and company. Oh man, Jack 12 bullets is raining above. It's raining bullets. Hallelujah! And not gonna be a good look for our guys from NICAEA Esports because as they went 2 men down. Now, Win below the bunker. He is inside the tunnel right now, and he's kind of in a weird position because he's in the bottom, and the only way to go to the circle is going up. So he's forced to climb up, make that big jump over it, and he has to do it because to survive. He's alone in this squad, and it's only up to him. So how will he play this? He has to play passive. Now, Aurora from One has a Jackal Butt hand, and will try to play this out in the hands of Most Wanted Vitas. So he's putting the responsibility of getting the first place on his shoulders, and he's all alone. And we have here a 3-man squad. It's gonna be Cerulean Esports from above. They have the high ground. It's advantageous for them, and they have 3 squads who are all alone. So it's gonna be an actual battle royale. It's just about time. How they will handle this as a solo and as a triple team. How will you dominate over these solo players?
Yeah, but if you think about it, Cerulean Esports Dynasty has the man advantage and has the position advantage. They have the high ground. And so far, Wanted Aurora in a very tight situation. Doesn't know that there's going to be a player behind. He will be taken down there by CLN and Saksa, and they will try to secure the round. 3 teams remaining. Saksa finds an opportunity. Takes in the kill right now. This is going to be 2 teams remaining. This could be a win from Cerulean Esports Dynasty. And there we go. They take down the last player from AXP. Cerulean Esports Dynasty basically being silent all throughout 4 games of this 0 to Hero Showdown now takes in the W in game number 5, Redman.
Cerulean Esports finally had the odds in their favor as they finally capped the win here in the 5th match. So this comes to show that you really don't know what to expect here because we have this diverse cast of teams. Very interesting to watch, very awesome to experience here. And given the fact that they're doing good in the placements, it's not the same for their kills because interestingly they have a total of 12 kills. Not much on the big side though, but it's enough for them to get by. But it's a little low on the stuff we've seen, but yeah, it's still a solid performance, really commendable on their side, and yeah, it's gonna be a GG for Cerulean.
Yeah, well played for Cerulean still. And yes, they have 6 kills here for Jade, 3 kills for Sansa, and 3 kills for Kaito, and of course 0 for Yevo. Unfortunately, 0, but that's still a lot. Think about it. That's 12 kills. That's basically like having a 3rd place in the placements as well, if you think about it. So, I digress. Not to mention, Cerulean Esports did a 2nd place during game number 2. So this could basically give them a boost in the top 12 spot. But will it make them number 1? I highly doubt, because you already see the points of NRX Nehemiah, and it was so great compared to Vitas. And you have to take note that Most Wanted Vitas is still in the game, and they are still trying to gain in and maintain the 2nd place. And unfortunately, they didn't take in the W here, so we will not expect them be the number 1. So what would you expect for Cerulean to be on number 1? Highly not likely. But for them to be part of the top 12, sure, they will. But I would give it to NRX still being the top one in the leaderboards later on. It will be shown here, Redman.
So Cerulean Esports taking in the match for the fifth round. This comes to show that their Garena Survivor background really does come into play. And yeah, I kind of do agree with you here. I think NRX and Nehemiah and Most Wanted VITAS, they're gonna be contenders for the top one spot, and for them, Cerulean Esports guaranteed top 12 all the way. So now this is Paramount Gaming Esports Zero to Hero Minors Season 3. I'm Redman, is Oriyu, and we're gonna head into our final match of evening, Blackout. We'll be right back, and you're not gonna want to miss this. And we're still here. Sorry.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Save tumulo na rin eh. Subunto na pakisarap. Perlawan na uli. Dito pisa. Miss ka na dito.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Save tumulo na rin eh. Subunto na pakisarap. Perlawan na uli. Dito pisa. Miss ka na dito.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Save tumulo na rin eh. Subunto na pakisarap. Perlawan na uli. Dito pisa. Miss ka na dito.
It's the final countdown, and we are here to Zero to Hero Showdown Minors. And as expected, NRX Nehemiah 35 placement points, 56 kill points, total of 91. That's surprising because look at this. The interesting thing about this is the kill points is smaller than Most Wanted has. Most Wanted has 4 more of what NRX Nehemiah has because they had 60 points. And yet, they're in second place right now. So it just really comes to show that you have to prioritize placements as well. So it doesn't really matter if you're gung-ho aggressive. You gotta place well. And that says so much about Most Wanted VITAS and have one last chance to make things right and get the claim on the top spot against NRX Nehemiah. Now, AXP Esports, walang araw with 64 points rather. SIGRA POSEIDON with 59 points. CERULEAN Esports Dynasty with 59 points. 13 Esports Magnus with 56 points. Hunger Games D11 KRATOS with 47 points. Empire NICAEA Esports FALCONS 45 points. SIGRA Esports ARTEMIS finally made a comeback back in the top 12 at 42 points. BLACKFYRE 151 42 points. KINGPINS Esports PYRO at 40 points. Forking Aces finally made a breakthrough and went into the top 12 spot.
And here we go. TNC Esports BLACKFYRE still not that close to be part of the top 12 with 35 points. Same goes to SHOOTERDIES PH Vicious with 35 points. U-Channel Golden Goat with 34. U-Channel was top 12 most of the time, but now they're not. So I hope U-Channel will have some sort of bounce back in the last game. And for Triple V Conquerors, from being the 24th team, they are now at the top 17. They could still have a chance to be in the top 12. BOSSPH Vikings Esports Visage with 28. Potato Aim Esports with 25. 13 Esports with 20. 4 Sinners with 14. Auxiliarus Esports with 13. SHOOTERDIES PH Empire with 13, and last but not least, we have REBORN team with 5 points. And so far, NRX Nehemiah still takes in the number 1 spot because they are basically balanced. They prioritize skills and they prioritize placements. Most Wanted VITAS just prioritizes skills, and they only did the placement only one time, which is game number 2. Unfortunately, they cannot take in some placements in game number 3 and game number 4. So it really comes to show that NRX still has some sort of an edge because they're more balanced out in prioritizing the points, the Redman.
So in Game 5, we witnessed earlier that in Wolfspan and Vitas, they had one survivor go into the top 4, which was quite telling because I think Most Wanted was a little too aggressive. They overstretched a little bit because that actually made sense because they had 60 kills, the most kills in the whole lobby, but they placed at second. So for the sixth match, I'm hoping that they don't overstretch like they did in the 5th match because that was kind of dangerous for them. They've been doing this since the 4th match, actually, the 50-50 situation wherein they're already in a good spot in the leaderboards but decided to play aggressive again because that's what they're good at. That's true. That is what they're good at. But it came with a price. The numbers on your team, you actually need the numbers to survive. Strength in numbers. That's what Golden State Warriors would actually say. And look at that. So just if you have the numbers, preserve your numbers all the way to the end game. You can have the best chance possible. And it is applicable to all our victors right here. All our victors were at least 2 people alive in the squad, and they were able to outnumber the last guy from the other team. So they have to remember this. Preserve your numbers. You're gonna need it at the end where it matters the most.
Yes, and we're now in the final game. So if you have that final trap card that you've been hiding in your sleeves, show it now because this could be your final game. Especially to TNC BLACKFYRE, who is on the top 13. If you have to take in some shots here, if you take in a really good chunks of kills and placement, I guarantee you're part of the top 12. If not, I'm so sorry, we will never see you again. And hopefully, maybe in Garena Survivors. And speaking of Garena Survivors, today is the last day of the registration, guys. Go check it out in the Paramount Gaming Esports. You have the last chance today to register for the Garena Survivors. So if you don't have a chance here, might as well take a chance in Garena Survivors. Come on, Garena. It's a big name. And that's going to be a very big tournament, the Redman.
So yeah, although there's minutes till the deadline, yeah, you can make it the last
Yeah.
minute ditch if you could. Yeah, it's no shame if you put it 11:58. No shame at that. Just
Yeah.
have it before 11:59. You good? You're ready for Garena Survivors. And speaking of which, we are ready to head into our last match. This is gonna be in Blackout, and boy oh boy, there's no pattern to this because all the victors are unique. No victor has repeated twice. But
Yes.
it might not, it might change. We might be proven wrong here because in the sixth match, expectations are high and the pressure is on. It is the last chance to get into the top 12 and a seat to the grand finals.
Like game number 1, SIGRA ARTEMIS takes in the W. Game number 2, Most Wanted VITAS. Game number 3, 13th Magnus Esports. Game number 4, NRX NEHEMIAH. Game number 5, which was a while ago, is CERULEAN Esports, Dynasty Esports. And see, there was never a single team that just takes in the double round win. It comes to show that anything could happen, or maybe a lot of things that could basically happen in the game number 6. But I digress. Maybe there's gonna be another champion from the past 5 games. So here we go in the blackout map, and well, kinda OCD problem there. As much as I want that in the middle, it's some sort going to the left.
I don't quite like it. But
Yeah.
yeah, to deal with it, it's the last chance. It's from north to south, construction site, all the way to the middle of Lighthouse and Ghost Town. But hey, you gotta deal with it, and it shouldn't really shake our players that much because they have their own drop spots, and yeah, it should work out real fine. But one thing we should take note here is Factory is a really popular spot, mainly because of the size of it and the amount of possible weapons you can get. So more variety on the stuff you can pick up. So yeah, let's go see into our first bout of the evening, and it's gonna be in Bravo side. It's gonna be in Four Sinners versus Quebec AXP Esports Pulang Araw.
So far, this is gonna be the last chance, ladies and gentlemen. Game 6 of the lower finals. It's the make or break moment. We will see some teams going bye-bye, and we will see some teams going into the finals. So far, it's still anyone's game. Who will be the one in the top 12? We will see. We will find out. And so far, we are now checking in from the 4SN, or should I say the 4 Sinners. And as you can see in the leaderboards, well, NEHEMIAH just showing off there with the 91 points. Maybe after this game, they could go in for a 100-point lead there. So it could be possible. But it's not about NRX this time. It's more on the team who will be part of the top 12. It doesn't even matter if you're not number 1 now, because only the top 12 teams will be part in for the finals. So teams like TNC BLACKFYRE has to step it up now because they're in the 13th place so far, and you could see in the 10th place and in the 9th place they have the same score, 42 points. So it's still gonna be anyone's game, whether or not you're from the 1st or you're in the 13th. You still have to be sure that you're in the 100%, you're on a 100% effort, right? Like 100% maximum effort, like Deadpool say. And so far, we're seeing some kills here from AOB. They're gonna go aggressive, and Fan Mulan gonna try and basically reposition, hopefully go back and go tag in his teammates here.
So there's an invisible barrier between AXP and Four Sinners right now because there's not much engagements going on, but because of the sheer size of construction site, that's the main reason why there's no gunshots yet from between these two, because mainly because they haven't really connected each other. And as I say that, they do they do converge. Mumu Kid took down by Nicolas, and Fan Munlan going haywire right now. Alex Acute with the armor right now will go for the refresh, going down to the first floor all the way from the construction site, and we might meet people from AXP here down below. Alex Acuity, meanwhile, will go hunting for Fan Mulan, tries to be fired, and ooh! Nicolas got it with the switch. Nicolas was taking down the switchblade right now, and Alex Acuity, Fan Mulan was still alive right now, but Fan Mulan with the great glory! Be a man! Fan Mula is the man right now. On fire. Mumu Kid had no choice but to run away as he's the last, one of the last people standing here in AXP. So I don't make him run for it, but Mulan will go for the flank play. Might soon see Mumu Kid, but Mumu Kid will go up and above, avoid it, and go for the revive play to put back a guaranteed I'll execute to go back, and Onab is gonna go back into the playing field. Mumu Kid will try to evade capture, throws down a projectile to stray people off, but Fa Mulan remains unfazed by it. Will try to go down Mumu Kid, and with the mind play, with the mind tricks and the movement, was able to evade Fa Mulan so much. Fa Mulan spend so much time trying to chase the sky down, only for him to go up and down. Insane movement and insane evasion by Mumu Kid right here.
Mumu Kid being a nuisance right now, going around the circles, going up, going down, going everywhere, side to side, just for the sake of him trying to go back the dog tag of his teammates. And he's just spending so much time, so that the flight path, or should I say the recovery flight for his teams to go back in here. So 40 seconds remaining for the recovery flight, and he's just going around in circles for him to stay alive, for his team to basically be part still in this competition. So far, we're now checking in Mako Cutie for the side of 13 Esports. And I think he's found an opportunity to take down SIGRA. OMG! On point with the M21 EBR sniper rifle. And if you're really accurate with that rifle, then might as well be taking so much points and kills for your team, right?
Yeah, I do agree with your Mako Cutie. An M21 EBR superstar. He's been holding on to this weapon for the whole duration of the match, and yeah, rightfully so, because he's really has that skill set to make it work. Long shot, long range, everything. That's a good asset to have in a team where you can cover all the long angles and not worry about much people. And if you're gonna push, he's got your flank. That's the most important part. Snipers will always cover your flank, and that's the best thing you can ask for in teamwork. So let's go into our guys from Hunger Games D11 Kratos. It's gonna be risky. Going for the risky push right here, going for the dog tag play, and they're kind of in a sticky situation right now, because Wanted is on their trail right now, and mind you, Wanted, they're the most vicious killers in the lobby, so there's some grave concerns right now going in. And okay, we have here the bird, the man himself, Black Ops 1x1 with a jackal right now, goes flying by, paying them a visit, and High Risky will go for the supply drop and go for the dog tag as well, and that's a good play. 2 birds, 1 stone. He'll be fine right now, and let's go into TNC Esports. He's out down below. Pierre will use the C to his advantage and go for the armor play, and evading NRXYs from the shore, and Frogman style, just going in there like this a Navy SEAL. He's using the terrain of the sea to his advantage. So the big advantage here is you won't expect someone to be on the sea, but the thing is that you have no cover. If you're down below, you're kind of screwed. You can't shoot back unless you surface up to see where you're shooting at. So you're gonna have to run out of air first before you can do anything. So risky play right there, and we're gonna go back to NRX. NEHEMIAH shots at me from N21 EBR. He's gonna go get it, and looks like Lima Squad's in trouble because NEHEMIAH is out there to get them all.
Yeah, and they are trying to get them all right now. NRX, yes, they have secured the top 12, but they want to make sure that they are still the top 1 in the leaderboards right now. We're already at the final round, and it comes to show that they are still not messing around. And so far, OMG, the explosion, unfortunately there. My God, that's gonna be on a highlight reel for sure. And so far, AOB Selena is gonna try and take in the loot there below the ocean, or should I say in the river. What a play there. You just basically can't take the shot, just destroy the vehicle which is just taking in there.
AOB Esports, this is gonna be Nell, gonna back away from the fight between NRX because they're not quite confident on what they have, and not to mention NRX is really a big threat. So knowing the threat is down there, just don't risk it at all. So we're gonna have it with SDPH, Vicious. Now they're being bombarded by some gunfire by Four Sinners. Oh, with FHJ. removes himself from the motorcycle as best as he could. But wow, what a juke by hit. It was dangerous as a play. But Dwayne and Nicholas going head to head, and looks like Nicholas got the best chance he got, and he was able to win to live another day and go for the revive flight for Fan Mulan and Mulan. So hey, it's gonna be good start for them, and they have a strong start. Hopefully they could finish what they started.
Yeah, and so far, a lot of actions going on. Like, it's not just gonna be NRX Nehemiah. There are also other teams who are just trying their best to be on the kill zone and trying to take in some kills because they want to make sure that they are on that final top 12 spot. So far, you could see here, U-Channel Golden Goat, who is just trying his best to take in some shots right now. And now we're now checking in 13. Zerorak Pons and Triple V. But he will be taken out of equation and will be knocked down. This is still Triple V taking in the shots right now. And they're still alive and breathing. But for Triple V to be part of the top 12, they have to make sure that they take in the W and take in as much as 10 plus kills to really make sure that they have the slot in this top 12. But I digress. There's still a lot of teams that they have to go in here. Which one is here? U-Channel Golden Goat. Still alive and breathing, trying to put in some suppressing fires right now. And it's gonna be on the side of 13 esports in a tight situation. They're on the two different buildings across the road, and they're just waiting out for the right opportunity for them to be taken down. But SIGRA Wagner, a third party here, will be taken down by Seorak. Oh, you're not gonna go near here. Are you sure you're gonna do that? That's an insane move there. Thank you for the kill. That's basically what 13 esports is trying to say. And there we go. You have to be very careful, especially when the team has a FHJ at hand.
Oh man, that was painful. And the side of SIGRA Poseidon having to survive on your own on a vehicle, and then this has been blown up with an FHJ from a full squad, and oh man, that's painful. That's a bad way to go indeed, and it's gonna hurt a lot. But U-Channel Golden Gold anyway will be secure in the high ground, and against 13 esports from on the other side though, so they break up this. They're be forced to move now because the circle is actually smaller and smaller right now, so they have no choice. Move along with it, and Texas will take the fight on the road, takes one with him, and now two left on the side of our guys from 13 esports will go for the Ninja Crony down as well, and it's not gonna be a good look, but that's okay because they have 3 people left alive in their squad, so it's gonna be fine. So now Joan 500 got knocked down with Lit with the Jack 12, and it's gonna be bad because Lit also knocked down as well, and it's gonna be one survivor left in the side of 13 esports, and looks like Texas and company still doing great, still going in good shape. But I think our Ebola is going for the dog tag, and got the assist on Lint, clean it up, and Texas is running for his life. So this is interesting. This is an interesting play right here because they separated to prioritize not only getting into the zone but trying to attempt to revive their teammates. So they have Crony now on, and John 500 yet to get a dog tag because Ebola had no choice but to retreat. So that's already good. Getting one dog tag is better than none.
Yeah, getting one dog tag is better than one because if you don't take a dog tag, you're all alone. And yes, playing it alone is really hard, and you might not even clutch it up. You can, but it's really highly unlikely for you to happen. So far, 4K Instinct with the kills here with the BY15. They're trying their best to stay on the ground. 4K, or should I say 4 Kings Aces, still trying their best to be part of the top 12, and they're still alive and breathing and trying to take in some kills. So far, they have 9 kills in total for the whole side of the team, and they are still 4-man ready and still alive, and they are still moving in and slowly but surely gonna go inside the circle. Do note, this is a blackout map. This is basically a very huge map, so they have to make sure to go inside the zone before they will be taken down by the zone. Because I promise you, that zone goes in and shrinks so fast. And if you look at the map, the zone is on the very right side of the map. As you can see, players who are in the next island on the left, they have to make sure that they're on the right now. But for some who are already inside the zone, well, kudos to you. You have your time of your life, just stood your ground and basically take in the advantage on having a better position. Not to mention, there's still jackals in the air. They have to take them down because if not, well, there's gonna be raining bombs all over your head and it's gonna be very hard for you to clutch it up, especially we're going up against some teams who are in a better position inside of the zone. So a lot of things happening in hand. They have to make sure that they're still alive and breathing. But so far, Albs with a kill here against Mulan. Oh, Mulan not so strong after all. Mr. I will make a man out of you. Unfortunately, not for Mulan because he's now down. So far, for SN, or should I say for Sinners, still alive and breathing. But they're still having a hard time fighting here against HGE.
Now they're a little spread out here because Hunger Games D11 actually got a gander at Four Sinners, but they're a little spread out here. But they have another threat at the front because they have CERULEAN Esports, the previous winner, and it's gonna be a rough situation because they're in the middle of a firefight and it's waiting to happen. It's like an accident waiting to happen, and it's just this awful waiting, that was awful peace that you have to deal with, and by breaking that peace, you're gonna induce an all-out war, and I think it's gonna happen right now against Hunger Games D11 and our guys from AOB Esports Python. So it's gonna get messy real quick. Shots will be fired. Maui makes a gander out of the KSP and will try to go for the second kill here, but he will go recuperate and rally with his team right now because there's more and more people going into this location, and it's gonna go ugly if he doesn't go with the flow. Now SIGRA crit from the side of SIGRA Poseidon, actually all along with the snowboard right now. He's gonna go weaving through, bow and weave, because so many people are right in this location. There's at least 4 squads, and that's not gonna be a good look. He tried to go for the revive play, but 4K instinct uses instinct with the Bay by 15 through the smoke, got him out. GG. Wagner, meanwhile, will have to go inside here, and we just crashed a little bit. My bad about that. Slick and Wagner both last alive from SIGRA Poseidon. It's all on them. They have to push through. Meanwhile, Fan Mulan is right here with N1 and EBR. That's a gander, and 4K kills taken out as well in Forest, and Fan Mulan was also taken out too in the hands of our 13 Esports Shinichi, and it's gonna be all out brawl. It's gonna be 11 squads remaining, 32 boots on the ground. This is just pure pandemonium.
Yeah, pure pandemonium, pure chaos if you think about it. And you could see in the side of Black Ops 151, 2 jackals in the air going around trying to place in some bombs. Not a single team uses an FHJ to take them down. So heads up to that, because you're now up against 2 jackals and opposing teams who are now trying their best to stay alive inside of the zone. 4K kill. He's actually seeing some sort of footsteps there, but so far so good for Triple V Dre, who taking in some shots. And so far for SN, will Nicholas with a kill here against U Channel Golden Goat. And there are a lot of kills happening right now, but unfortunately that will be the end of Triple V Conquerors, and we will not be seeing them anytime sooner. And I don't think they could even have a chance to be part of the top 12 there, because they didn't take in the top 5. They don't take in so much kills as well. So I will kind of expect that they will not be part of the top 12. But then still, GG's for Triple V Conquerors. But we are now checking in here for 4 Sinners, who are now with 14 kills, and they are now popping off. Unfortunately, Mulan is out of the equation, but they could still take in the shots. They found one player, Sunshots. Really well played from Nicholas here with the M21 EBR. 1 shot, 1 kill, sniper.
Now this is it. 4 Sinners are on a roll finally after some setbacks they've experienced in previous games, but now this is their moment. This is their moment to shine because they have the ball rolling. They have to keep going. Just keep pushing for it. Do as much as you could with the advantage you have right now, and with the 3 people on their boots right now, Mulan out of the equation for now, as you said earlier. they aren't in a good position location wise because they're behind the stone, the zone, but they have a boulder to act as cover, so they have to act fast because the rest of them are already set up on the zone gonna travel smaller and smaller. So we're gonna go head into 13 esports Magnus. They're the victors on the previously in the third match, so they're gonna go survey the scene a little bit. Passed by Cerulean Esports in that container, so just by a narrow inch. But hey, it's an accident when it happens. Shots be fired right now. They finally found him. Yingzi goes to the armor plate for now. And just step back a little, take a breather. Kaido in this building. He's all alone. Yingzi getting scratched again by Kaido, and he's had enough. He's gonna go inside, finish the deal. That's it for you. GG to Cerulean Esports. They're out of the game for now, but yeah, they did a good performance right in the previous match, so I didn't really think too much about it. They might still have again they're at the 12th spot. But let's go in to our guys from Hunger Games D11 Kratos, and looks like it's gonna be interesting to see.
Interesting to see. The zone is now small and only 4 teams remain. Albs will take down the players here from 13 Magnus Esports, and they are just trying their best to take in some shots right now. This could be the game for Hunger Games D11 Kratos. This is what they needed to see. They are hungry for the win, and so far risky with a risky play, but it turned out so good. We'll take the kill as well. Maui with the kills as well with the EBR, and they are taking in so much kills right now. Hunger Games D11 Kratos will secure the deal here with the last remaining team, which is 151, who is the best pilot in the minors, but unfortunately doesn't have the jackal in hand and is gliding down to his death. Or letting him go out of the zone and let him die through the zone itself. Okay, sure, why not? 151 says, okay, that's enough. I had my fair share of flying down the jackal, but that's gonna be the win for Hunger Games D11 Kratos. Another new team taking in the game 6. So we haven't experienced a team who had 2 wins in a row in this game 6 of the lower finals. Very diverse teams. So there are basically a lot of potential teams who could go be on the top 12. But I assure you, this game was Hunger Games D11 Kratos, and this could secure them the top 12.
So and this Hunger Games D11 really does well in their games. So they're a really top contender, and yeah, it's a good way to go out in this lower finals with a dub. So that's a way to end it, and yeah, that's gonna be a good game in the stand of Hunger Games D11. So let's go dive a little deeper on their performance. So we have Alves with 8 kills, Burn with 5 kills, Risk with 4 kills, and in my way, I'm reading that right, that's 5 kills. So it's gonna be 10, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 kills. That's a good standing for our Hunger Games District 11 with 21 kills. So yeah, good performance, good placements. That's gonna be 1 for the leaderboards.
Yeah, that's gonna be definitely from the leaderboards. But now, I am now in question. Yes, they are now sure to be part of the top 12. But who will be the top 1? Because I don't see some sort of play there from NEHEMIAH. And I see some plays from Most Wanted VITAS. Maybe VITAS could be the number 1. Or maybe a team who's part a third placer will be the number 1. Because we just witnessed different teams being the number 1 in every round. But they didn't become the number 1 in the leaderboard. So this is why I really love the lower finals. It's so unpredictable on who will be the one taking in the 12 slots of going into the finals of this Zero to Hero Minors Season 3.
So it's in question right now. Who's in the top spot? Because I do agree with you here. Because NEHEMIAH didn't make it all the way to the end game, and then we saw him most one VITAS. And also no signs of signs of life at the end of it. So it's gonna be interesting to see. So will most wanted VITAS hold on? Will most wanted VITAS with the highest kills trump NEHEMIAH, or will NEHEMIAH secure themselves at the top, securing the deal, going into the grand finals? But regardless of that, let's commend all these teams right here. They really had quite a journey all the way to the lower finals, and these top 12 teams, will have the ride of their lives, because as they step up to the grand finals, there are gonna be more people waiting for them, and they're gonna be more vicious than ever, because the grand finals, you're gonna meet with guys like Vagabonds, Riley
Yes.
Esports, like the big guys, the legit big guys, the battle royale scene. And yeah, I hope these top 12, they're ready, because the grand finals, this will be another beast.
Yeah, they have to be ready, especially for this top 12. Yes, you're part of the finals, but the show must still go on and the game is not yet over for them. They have to make sure that they're still ready for the finals, because I have to admit, you're right there, Redman. It's a completely different level there from the upper bracket finals, especially the top 12 who are just waiting now in the finals. So for those who will be here for the top 12, yes, congrats, you're in the finals. But the game is not yet over. Hopefully, you could take in the W in the finals match. But for those who are not part of the top 12, still well played for participating in the Zero to Hero Minus Season 3. That was a long way trip, and all of the teams who just bounced down in the playoffs, you are basically in the lower finals to end it. That's basically a win for me. So kulang, I think it's just more of practice. You still inexperienced for the others. Others are still need of some sort of teamwork, and hopefully in the next games, like Garena Survivors, could be their chance on having that showcase there. Unfortunately, you only have like 19 minutes for the Garena Survivors for the registration. So, but if you could speedrun it, then go ahead, right? But then, unfortunately, it's only up until 11:59 p.m. and Garena Survivors registration will be to a close. But that's it for the lower finals. We're just waiting out for the leaderboards, and I'm still waiting. Yeah, who's still gonna be the number one?
Now, our prospects will say NX Nehemiah, because they find that sweet spot between being passive and being aggressive. So
Yeah.
there's a big chance that they'll retain the spot. But let's talk about the top 12 at a whole, and the possibility of two teams from SIGRA Esports going in. So SIGRA
Hmm.
Poseidon, and in the last look of our leaderboard, SIGRA Poseidon and SIGRA Esports Artemis stayed at the top 10. And imagine the feat this organization has achieved, producing two teams going into the grand finals of a battle royale tournament. That's insane. That's good management on their part, good coaching, good player development. So that's gonna be kudos to Secret Esports if it shows that their organization was able to pull through with two teams on the same match qualified. That's just mind blowing, and that's just pure hard work at play and pure skill going in. So we have more prospects going in. So we're hoping that guys like guys like AXP Esports Pulang Araw or Shooterdies Vicious, who we've seen in the finals season, in this
Yeah.
we saw in the last couple teams in the previous match. So we really can't tell who will be on the top 12, but I think it's safe to say that it's either NRX Nehemiah or Most Wanted Vitas on the top. But now, let's answer that question. Who is actually on the top in the leaderboards? Let's find out. Now, let's see here. Oh! NRX
Oh.
Nehemiah trumped Most Wanted Vitas. They're tied in kills. But ultimately, it's NRX Nehemiah's placement points that was able to lift them up higher. They're gonna end this bout with 95 points. And look at this. Hunger Games the 11 Kratos. They were silent in the first few games, but they showed how much being in Zero to Hero meant to them. And look at that. Ending this bout in second place, Kingdoms was number 2 with 84 kills, tied with Most Wanted Vitas, with a powerhouse of aggression, a powerhouse of killers. Was
Yeah.
actually tied with HD the 11, so still a remarkable feat. We have here 13 Esports Magnus with 79 points, CERULEAN Esports Dynasty with 69 points, XP Esports Pulang Araw made it as well, 67 points, SIGRA Poseidon with 66 points, Black Ops 151, our pilots up in the sky, Philippine Airlines, 58 points for King Aces, secured themselves a spot, a ticket to the grand finals with 56 points, SIGRA Esports, the second of SIGRA Esports, 48 points, Empire NICAEA Esports Falcons with a comeback with 46 points, and the last squad to qualify Youth Channel Golden Goat all the way from Thailand.
Yeah. So far, that was a really well played there for you, Channel Golden Goat. They basically clutch it up. They taken in the top 12 there. But unfortunately for Kingpins, AOB Esports Python, Four Sinners, Shooterdies, PH Vicious, TNC Esports Blackfire, Triple V Conquerors, BOSSPH Vikings Esports Visage, 13 Esports, Potato M Esports, Auxiliarus Esports, Shooterdies, PH Empire, and Reborn Team. I'm so sorry. You guys did an amazing job, but you're basically out of the game here, and this is where you basically last stand. But, well, congrats still for participating in this lower finals of this Zero to Hero Showdown. But then again, congratulations to the top 12. We will see you tomorrow, basically on the finals, Redman. But unfortunately, it's not gonna be me who's gonna be casting, as much as I would love more to. But then again, it's gonna be more better caster who's gonna cast it there. Because I have to admit, because I had fun casting with you, Redman Gaming, no? Because it's really a diverse battle royale. I just had fun. I learned a lot. And then I would like to say thank you to the production team, especially to Time to Kill Gaming, no? He did an amazing job in doing production managing as well. Thank you so much. And a while ago to Bisaya This Gaming, who is a shoutcaster of this Paramount Gaming Esports Zero to Hero minus Season 3. He was here a while ago just listening and just watching this game. So thank you so much to all viewers who have liked and shared the stream, and those who have comments. And of course to all of the moderators like Sarge, DNC, and all of the moderators and admins of this Paramount Gaming Esports.
Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think I just found something interesting. My name is spelled RFD man instead of Redman Gaming.
Right now?
I just saw this right now, and that was quite interesting. That in the past 4 hours we've been casting this, I've seen RFD man as my name. So it's an honest mistake, but kind of funny because I only noticed this right now, and I don't think anybody in the production or even Oriyu noticed this. But
I noticed.
yeah, that was kind of that was.
I noticed. I just don't want to say it. I'm like, I'm just gonna wait for Redman to notice. And you just did now, and I'm like, okay,
There you
But
go.
no,
Okay, so
that is
Time
correct.
to Kill did the change. Thank you so much, Time to Kill. And yeah, mistakes do happen, but yeah, that's interesting to see. So yeah, I'm Redman. This is Oriyu. This is Paramount Gaming Esports Season 0 to Hero minus Season 3. But you can hit us up in our socials as me, Redman Gaming, and Oriyu. Just Oriyu on Facebook. And yeah, thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. Salamat. Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow for the big fight. Good night.
You come for mine. Now you see me rise.
Kasi bertemu dengan Remy. Cuba untuk nampak kita. Berlawan oleh si tepi. Sambil sekarang ini.